Hey everyone, welcome to Smash Trivia. I'm your host, Smash Trivia John. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram by searching Smash Trivia to follow everything happening with me. I'll be the one with the big old green head in the profile picture. I'm so excited to get into this. This is the Gamma Analysis. Basically, in this series, I'm going to review everything Hulk, all the movies and TV shows, and maybe at some point I could get into comics, but that's a while off. Hope you enjoy. Smash Trivia presents the Gamma Analysis. I want to ask everyone listening if they could please do sign for me. Please share the hell out of this podcast with all your friends, because I really want to get the Gamma Analysis big enough that by the time She-Hulk comes out, maybe I could become press and either get the first episode early or be invited to a premiere, or even just get one of the press goodie bags. For this episode, I'm going to review a film that's actually not the Hulk, but it has similarities, and that film is Turning Red. Our three co-hosts today are Jordan Ryals from the YouTube channel of the same name, Emmy of the Abingers Podcast, and finally Keith, aka KeithSketches, aka Filmkritter with a K. How you doing, everyone?
Good, John. How you doing?
Doing great.
Good.
I'm doing Royal. Actually, my last name is Ryals, but I will accept Royal.
Sorry about that.
The Royal Ryals.
Royal Red.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh.
You still call me Keith. It's fine.
I'll take Queen.
Oh
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right. So, as I always do, I have a trivia question. And that trivia question for you all today is, what names has May given to the two red panda statues standing at the entrance of her temple?
I know.
Shit.
Emmy looks like she knows, and I have no
I
clue.
don't.
Go for it, Emmy.
Bart and Lisa.
All right.
That
I will
makes
give the
sounds
answer
right.
later in the episode. And as I always say, I highly recommend watching the film before you listen to this podcast, because though I do try to mention everything in the film, sometimes I do forget some things, and and it just probably will not make a lot of sense if you haven't seen the film. So the podcast this week that I want to shout out is the Variant Vendetta podcast. This is a new podcast that is fantastic.
Yes.
I know you'll have a lot of fun on, as the two hosts had their sort of prototype episode here on the Gamma Analysis a few weeks ago. I'm talking about Annabelle and Matt, who came on to talk the Hulk 2003 with me. On their podcast, you'll see them review movies, TV shows, video games, and pop culture with their very different opinions and their fantastic humor. So check them out and let them know I sent you.
Nice.
All right, let's get into this review. So
Most serious movie ever. I'm excited.
So first off, I've been excited for this film since they first announced it during the Disney Investor Day. I think it was during it was in the 2020 or A1. They announced this film. I think they particularly mentioned that it was like a cute and fluffy Hulk, which is
Yes.
which is very much what the film ended up sort of being. And also just because I love this concept of this girl turning into a giant red panda. It just sounded so fun.
Yeah.
So the film starts with May narrating how she's is her own person and not being defined by her parents, but we pretty quickly find out that that's not entirely true.
She's lying to herself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So we get some funny moments like her failing a cartwheel, and then how she thinks that she's a grown-up because she has a card for the Toronto Transit Commission.
Yeah. Oh my God. I busted out laughing when I seen that part.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it. They have the part that you're covering, John, right now, did it introduce the Four Town guys yet?
No.
Okay.
No, it did not.
Not yet.
She covers so much of her life, and then like a setup, and then it's like the title card, and she's dancing.
I believe that they don't talk about Fort Town until she leaves school with her friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this little intro of her because she's such a dorky little weirdo, and
Yes.
I identify with her, and she's unapologetic about it. She's just like, this is, I love math, and I'm like all these things, and I'm weird, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Like I wish I was her when I was growing up. Like I want to be her when I grow up.
Yes, because she's so confident. Like she's a little weirdo, but she's like, this is who I am.
Yeah. Confidence 100%.
Yeah.
Very lovable right from the get-go. And then I also like the animation style. I know Pixar is gonna change things up a little bit every movie because of just advancements that they have in their abilities technologically, but the animation style to this one feels a little different, a little quicker, kind of like physicality, and the dance moves and stuff got me laughing so quickly because it just seemed different for some reason. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's
the animation.
I love the way
I think they in part they tried to make the animation look like it could have easily been something that was happening in 2002 when this took place, and that might be why it's feels very different, or
like, and it took a lot of the aspects from animes, I feel like.
Definitely,
like the lines and like especially at the end with like the fighting style, and then they do their eyes every once in a while. It just
I love I love it so much.
The fact that it was set in 2002 was something I forgot very easily this second time watching it. I'm sure I knew when I watched it like months ago, but rewatching it this time, it took me until I heard some of the music played. I was like, why the fuck is Cha Cha Slide happening at this birthday party?
Right.
And then Bootylicious, I was like,
yes.
And my fiance is like, it's 2002, you know that, right? I'm like, it all checks out. All right, that makes sense. Never mind.
But Bootylicious still slaps though.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like
you just
jelly.
wouldn't expect that.
All right. So and I really enjoyed was her knocking over the title on the rooftop. I thought that was pretty funny.
Was there endearing clumsiness? I like it.
Yep.
Yes. I can relate.
And then we see she arrives at school and we meet her friends Miriam, Priya, and Abby. And I really loved Abby saying, "Let's burn this place to the ground."
I love Abby so much.
Abby is my favorite, but I think it's Mia. She's like not like the sad, but like monotone.
Priya.
Intense.
Yes.
Priya.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
She's
the one reading like the
Twilight
book at the time. She's like reading some kind of dark novel.
Yes.
Young adult novel. Yeah.
I love them all though. Oh my god.
It's a good introduction to a quick cast of characters that you're like, oh damn, we haven't seen these kind of characters before, and it was a great variety as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the teenage Sex in the City.
Are you more of an Abby, a Priya, a Miriam, or
right?
Maybe.
Yes.
I'm definitely an Abby. Yeah,
I think I am too. But I'm like such a mix of all four of them.
And I wanted to say this. I definitely when I discovered that I liked guys, I'm gay. If you didn't know by listening to me talk,
what?
I know it's shocking, but when I first discovered I was gay, I was like probably 10 or like 13. I was young, but I when I was a young boy and discovered that, I grew up Pentecostal, but I would chase I remember chasing this really cute boy around the church, at the church. But yeah, so I was definitely Abby as a kid. I don't know what I am now, but a mix of both, of all of them.
Yeah.
It's such a middle school trope, I feel like, too, that like such different people can become friends. Like I feel like that doesn't happen so much in high school.
Yeah.
But like
there's like these cliques that you have to fit into that are like that's
stick to the status quo.
Yeah.
High School Musical.
Yeah.
My best friend of 20 years, like baby Hawkeye, her kid, like who I talk about, like 20 plus years. We met in middle school, and honestly, like I don't know that we would be friends had we not met in middle school, because like it was just such a weird, awkward time. Like we like just kind of like bonded and just kind of like ended up in the same place. But like it's very much this energy of like everybody's a little bit different. And we're very different people, but we're still, I hang out with her all the time. Nice. And her baby is very cute, so that helps too.
You would just throw her to the wayside if it hadn't been for having a cute baby.
Yeah. Oh my 20 God. Years of friendship. Your baby's ugly. Fuck you.
Sorry, it came out weird. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lose my number. God.
I really thought it was hilarious seeing the montage of labels from different people at the school, including the freaking principal. Sadly, May accepts all of these awful labels.
I remember this part.
Me too.
I don't have that in my notes, John. What happened?
You don't
what
remember
labels?
I remember it.
The montage of it going to different people at the school, and they were saying like, "She's this and
words."
She's this.
Yeah. Okay. What she was. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember what was said.
A variety of labels.
She's a dorky little weirdo.
I think it was stuff like that. Like, I think one of them, maybe a teacher, said like, "She's really bright but slightly annoying."
Oh.
Right, like that's fucked up to say. Excuse my French. Can we cuss on here?
Oh, it's fine. You can cuss.
Okay, good.
Hell damn fart.
Oh my God.
First of all, I have a sheet that's like I want to say euphemisms, but like when you're talking about a student's strengths, like you don't say like, oh, they're really argumentative. You say they're like strong-willed and very like you don't say they're stubborn. Yeah, you say they're very opinionated. Or like different ways to say different things.
Yeah. As my parents would say, you should become a lawyer.
Yes.
Like, call me an asshole.
They're not being disobedient. They're very independent.
Yes,
which is great. It's a great quality. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Following your own path.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
So the next thing we see is we are introduced to Tyler, who where he's trying to play basketball, and May grabs a basketball and throws it into traffic, causing him to chase her.
She's so overconfident. She's like an overachiever that hasn't quite achieved everything yet. But she's gonna pretend for this opener, at least for us, that she can do all the things she's saying. I
also, like who needs sports ball? Like,
yeah,
I agree with her. Like, we don't need that.
You got Fort Town. I need sports ball. They'll play sports in the music videos. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah, I do think it's funny how like Tyler is the bully in the film, but the first time we see Tyler, it's basically Mai who's bullying him by throwing his basketball into traffic to get crushed.
Karma.
I mean, I get that Tyler can get that label of bully, but I don't think he's a bully for very long when it comes to compared to her own mom unintentionally bullying her.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Tyler's just like, he's just jealous. He just wants to hang out with more people, and he just wants to be. He wants to have a lit hype party. Epic.
He just wants to be cool.
Yeah. He's got his earrings.
But don't we all? But like eventually, well, in high school and middle school.
Yeah. Anyways. They're all just trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Most of them are not, but
right. Followers.
So then as May and her friends walk to the bus, Miriam stops May and pulls her back as they want to oogle Devin, the convenience store clerk.
Go.
I love that he's just kind of like this mid kind of character. Can I say that? With like this stupid hat and like he's just kind of. But they love looking at him anyway, and she's not on board yet. She's not even on board at that moment.
I kind of feel like she was. She just didn't want them knowing.
Sure. I think it's something that she didn't know she liked until later when she gets her notebook. That's I think it's developed without her knowledge.
Okay, so when you guys were in middle school, did you guys ever like write lists of like who you were crushing on? Is that just something that I did?
No,
okay,
but I made mental lists.
Okay. Obviously I would forget if I didn't write it.
I think maybe my memory was better back then. Probably not, but I'd like to think it was.
But it was like we had so many Chads at my school, and I think that all of the Chads were on my list, but like in different places. But like and looking back on it, like none of them were even cute or like
yeah.
What? And I'm friends with some of them on Facebook, and it's like, ooh, what was my criteria in middle school? Are you male? Do you have a pulse? Is your name Chad?
Oh my God.
I feel like I look back on like who I would probably put on that list. I feel like I had probably had a crush on like a different person in every class, but I was always drawn to the sarcastic girls. I found them to be like the people with like a scathing sense of humor would be the person that I'd be like, how do I do that? How do I? Yeah, like, it was different. Yeah,
not gonna lie, I was very shallow back then. So if they were hot, they were on my list. Most of them are not anymore, though.
Yeah.
You peaked in middle school.
Some people don't take care of themselves, you know.
There was a guy on my list, one of the Chads, honestly, who like somehow got the title of like hottest guy at my middle school, and like I'd never talked to him. I didn't know anything about him, but I just knew that like every girl wanted to date him, so I must also want to date him. Middle school's on
follow
time.
The herd.
Yeah, exactly.
And what if that's what May is doing in this scenario? Like all of her friends like this Devin kid behind the counter at the convenience store, and she's like, ugh. And then later she's like, I was peer pressured into liking this.
It's like there was a song on the radio. Eventually, you're gonna like it, and if you don't, you're just gonna hear it a lot.
You'll be left behind. Yeah,
right.
So the next essay I have here. So her friends creepily want his hair from Abby, and May tells him them that he looks like a hobo, and then she shows them Four Town on a magazine to show what real men look like.
Yep. I died laughing at this moment.
Hashtag daddy. Daddies.
I mean, Four Town, they're wonderful, and I like their representation here, even though it's supposed to be in 2002. Mm-hmm. Did you notice at the end that one of them has his nails painted?
No, I did not know that. That seems very current era.
Yeah, right. It's a beautiful teal color. I think it's like the blonde one,
but like better.
But yeah. Because I feel like
you love this fictional boy band.
Yeah, yes. I do. Oh my gosh, yes. Every song.
Soundtrack.
Every song is great.
Yeah,
it is. It's a bop.
It's a bop.
On God, no cap.
The thing that made me laugh the hardest with that moment is them talking about each band member, and like they've got what is it, like Jesse and Robert, and then they get to the last two of the five. They're like, And they're cool as well. They're talented as well. And that's the case with every boy band. They get 5 guys.
It's like
there's always 2 that are like,
yeah.
Like when,
what are their names again?
With the Backstreet Boys, it was Howie and Kevin. With NSYNC, it was Chris and Joey, but then it became like Chris and JC these days. I think no one really knows where JC is, but
okay, Ladies and Tangents. I know I shout them out all the time. That's one of the podcasts that I love. JC Chazé came out with a song whenever Justin was launching his solo career. JC came out with a solo album as well. And I shit you not, one of these songs is him and Dirt McGurk.
Oh wow.
And they've talked about it on Ladies and Tangents. And that's the only reason I know. But it was like Justin Timberlake went off and like, I don't know, he's been on like tracks with famous people, and it was like,
Jay-Z.
Hey, JC. Yeah, Jay-Z. And JC Chazé, they were like, here's Dirt McGurk.
Yeah,
that name.
Timberlake's like a quadruple threat now. JC, I think JC writes music now for like lyrics for people, but I don't know if they're doing okay. Yeah,
I've met Chris and Joey, Chris Kirkpatrick and Joey Fatone. I've met both of them.
Joey seems so nice. Well, they
lovely.
Both do,
they were both lovely and hilarious. Like they interacted with me a lot more than the other people I met that day. Like they were like, and with each other, honestly, like they were in line, or like their lines were together, and so they would like, yeah, you used to look like a pineapple. Like, just, they were really sweet.
He did used to look like a pineapple. Oh, Chris.
Yeah, Chris Kirkpatrick. Yeah, he did. He wore, whenever I met him, he was wearing a pineapple shirt. Oh, like a pineapple, like.
Oh, yeah. That's.
I love pineapples.
A meta joke. That's nice.
That is.
I think they probably had a bit that they just like cycled through every like 5 minutes to entertain the people in line.
What was your favorite boy band, John?
Probably a Linkin Park or Imagine Dragons.
Yes.
Well, damn, that's just like a band.
Yeah. Do they?
You're talking about like bands? Full bands with like instrumental talent.
Yeah. If they play instruments, it doesn't count.
That's too advanced for these guys. You got to be able to do like these moves.
Their only talent has to be their voice, and maybe their dance.
And just a little bit of dance.
Backstreet Boys one.
Yes.
Solid.
I was big into the Backstreet Boys, and then whenever I went to middle school and it was no longer cool to be a part of like fanning over boy bands, I discovered NSYNC and loved them secretly.
Yes. So I was sheltered, and also I'm a little bit younger. So One Direction, but like What Makes You Beautiful? Oh my God.
It's a bop.
I mean,
yeah. Also Liam, and I already forgot the other one's name, but Liam and the other dude, they're definitely what's those other 2 guys' names? Yeah.
Isn't there like a Zayn?
He's like the one you say first. Yeah. Okay. He left first. Yeah.
He left first. Good for him.
Yeah,
those are the 2 guys. Yeah.
Harry Styles is like, he's adjusted.
He's the Timberlake. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And none of the Backstreet Boys guys ever had a meteoric rise like that from being in a boy band. Like, I don't think.
How dare you, Nick Carter?
Did he though? He's most famous now for a reality show about his siblings. Like,
he didn't do so hot.
Yeah, I can't think of a single Nick Carter solo song or movie or what else does Justin Timberlake do? Is he in musicals yet? I'm sure. Has he won an Oscar? I think he might have won an Oscar.
No, Aaron Carter, he's hot. I remember him. He's
Aaron's
bi, isn't he?
Aaron's Party.
Aaron's
Party is a absolute banger.
Aaron,
that's a song.
Is he bi?
Yeah, the people around like, come get it.
Let me list. I'll add it to my list. And
Aaron's Party. It's all about how he's like getting his parents out of the house and send him to the show. It's got to be long though. He has a whole party at his house, and somebody breaks a vase, and it's a bop, man.
Sorry.
It was when he was like 13.
Oh, wow.
First thing that came up when I Googled Aaron Carter bisexual is Aaron Carter says bisexuality confession was misconstrued. I see myself being with a woman, from People magazine. So, it's a credible source.
Oh,
right.
Good Lord.
I'm pretty sure he recently, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, I was very shocked. I didn't find out about Beyonce till middle school. Britney Spears till middle school.
Oh.
Like the first the first new album, like from Britney was like the one with Womanizer, but love that song. Yeah. I forgot the Circus.
I was going to say Circus. I think you're right. I was in fucking college when that came
out. I was in 8th grade. Sorry.
Damn it.
I'm 27 now, so
I'm there with you, Emmy. I'm there. I'm
trust me. My body's older than my age.
Same.
All right. So, her friends tell her, yes, but Town tickets are like $1 billion, and Devin is right here and free.
Free guy.
I mean, it doesn't cost anything to look.
That's true.
Right.
That was a creepy statement. I'm sorry.
I should not have co-signed that.
Yeah, if somebody said that about a woman, I would jump on them and rip their face off.
The double standard is real, but the patriarchy's been in charge so long. It's like catch up. Have all your oogles.
Right. Women have been oogled at for like centuries. Like it's payback time. I didn't say that.
Just show me that dumb
Maybe
truck.
I did.
You might have said that, Jordan. You might have.
So May tells them that she has to go, but they try to stop her, saying that they're going to karaoke to please go with them. But May says, I can't. It's cleaning day. Miriam responds, but every day is cleaning day. Can't you just get one afternoon off? And May says, but I like cleaning. And then she starts talking about a new feather duster that come out.
The Swiffer Sweeper. Or no, Swiffer Duster. But yeah, I feel that.
They're brilliant.
I mean,
they're brilliant. They're life changers.
Guys, I got the Dyson Animal V6.
Yeah.
The cordless fucking vacuum.
Yes.
Game changer.
I have a Dyson. It's a little old, but it is still amazing. Yes.
I mean, it's cordless. I can vacuum my house without having to
your
plug
car.
It's yeah. I haven't done that yet, but it's on my list.
Yes. Not yet, but I will.
Yeah.
See, I live in a small apartment, so if I'm getting a new vacuum or spending money on a new vacuum, I want one that can be like magnetized to the ceiling, and then we never have to look at it because we don't look up. And then
I feel that
one day it will give and probably fall and crush one of us, but like I'll take that bullet.
You can attach it to the wall. This thing,
yeah,
like the charging port, you attach it to the wall,
and then you hang it on the wall like some people hang their bicycles.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I don't do that because I live in the barracks and I probably would have to pay for the damage when I move. But yeah, it is nice.
It's expensive, but it's worth it.
It is.
Yeah.
Get it on sale.
Yeah, I got it on sale because the V8 came out and then the V6 was on sale.
Yeah.
So I got it for $50 off at Target.
Yeah, Target. Sorry.
And I got the 5% off from my card.
So clearly, John, you're dealing with a bunch of people who love to clean as well, and
yes,
old people
off the rails.
We're talking about vacuum cleaners. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, let's sweep that freaking place up. Woo!
Hashtag adulting.
Miriam says, "Fine, I'll let you go if you can pass the gauntlet." And they break into song, and it's so fun. but finally Miriam says, "You passed, and here's your reward." And she hands May a 4-town CD for their 1999, I think it was Australia tour.
Yeah.
Nice. She's got like a backpack full of CDs that she has.
Yeah,
she's like, got three copies of this one, so I'm gonna give this to my friend. That's awesome.
I can see Miriam be like, I'm gonna try. I bought all these CDs. I'm gonna sell them on the street. Nobody wants them. All right, I'll give it to my friend.
Yeah, they're all ripped CDs.
So Meg gets on a bus and leaves, and Priya says to the others, she is so brainwashed, and then the others nod in agreement.
Yep. Yeah, they see as much as she thinks she's independent of her parents. She's clearly not. She's clearly doing everything they want her to do.
Allowed freedom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
And here is one of this is one of the things that I am able to relate to in this film. As I lived in a very controlling household. There were definitely times where I had to tell people, no, maybe another time I can hang out, but then just wouldn't happen. So we then see a May run off home to home off the bus, and then she says that she has adult responsibility, so she can't do whatever she wants.
And damn, do they make those adult responsibilities look fun at first? You know, her and her mom sweeping up that place. We're getting ready for open hours. Like, it looked so much fun. They're just grabbing the brooms together and getting all action packed. You can clearly tell she has some joy in it, but it definitely is going to keep her from, hanging out with her friends as much as she would like to. So,
yeah.
So she still has her own moves, but some of her moves are also her mother's. And when her mother sees her, she asks if everything is okay, that she's 10 minutes late.
Oh, God.
And
hasn't met me.
I'd be late too.
May shows her mom her perfect grades, and they so I thought about while I was watching the film, isn't this kind of a stereotype that like the Asians are really good at math and stuff like that? That's not probably one of the only complaints this film could have.
Well, it was written by mostly I believe it's written by two Asian writers and I think the director as well. So they do a good job of like putting their own lives into it. But like I think the other Abby character is also Asian, and I don't necessarily think she's the go-getter that May is with her grades and everything. So it shows a little diversity there. But I know what you mean. Like if this was 10 years ago, the same kind of movie could have been done to kind of show a diversity or a phony version of, we made this, and we didn't actually put any Asian people on the writing staff. We just made them all white people who could fake it, and then you'd get like all these fake stereotypes that wouldn't make any sense. So I think they went a little bit more authentic nicely.
That's good.
And
what I like about Disney's turns lately, they've been doing like turns in the right directions. It's nice.
Yeah.
And I think it's more of the way the parents are, maybe too, like the parent to child relationship.
Yeah, the expectations, the highest.
Yes.
High standards.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So May and her mom start praying to their ancestor Sun Yi. And then we see the two of them cleaning the temple grounds, as we already mentioned. And then after cleaning, we see them telling visitors about the temple and how instead of honoring gods, we honor our ancestors. And May pipes up, and not just the dudes either.
Yes,
I love that line.
Same. And I love her little wobble when she's wearing the cardboard red panda outfit. She's got this little like, no matter what the movements in this movie keep making me laugh because I can't think of a movie that I've seen recently that has that same quick style. I don't know.
Yeah.
How to describe it.
Yep. And also, like, while she's wearing that red panda costume, May throws glitter on her mother, which I expect is gonna suck when they have to clean that up later.
Oh my God.
The fact that they probably do this every single day, I cannot imagine having to clean up that glitter every single day.
Yeah.
100%.
Glitter is like the STD of like arts and crafts.
The herpes.
The herpes, yes.
I think that's
you're never rid of it.
I think Quentin said that once. I think I got it from him.
No, but he got it from a comedian, the guy who used to. Oh my gosh, I used to love him. I can see his face. He draws stuff. I want to say Justin Trudeau, but I know that's wrong.
It is Dimitri Martin.
Dimitri Martin, thank you.
Yeah. Glitter is the herpes of the craft world.
Nothing like.
Just nothing like. You know what? They both got similar
dark
noses
hair.
and dark hair. Yeah. Yeah.
They're both male.
Yeah. White dudes all look alike. I get it.
Oh my God.
After they close up for the night, we see her dad as he's making dinner. And they made this scene quite hilariously epic of him just cutting up
Yes.
Yeah, like a Burger King ad.
I was surprised by how epic it was. We see May and her mother watching a movie, and they share the same opinions. I found it hilarious hearing her mother say that that the character of the film will probably stab him on their wedding night. As that fits my dark sense of humor, but it also does not fit humor in most Disney films.
Right.
It's so surprising when they said that.
Yeah,
it's probably like a drama, like a Grey's Anatomy type, like
a
real juicy soap opera type,
yeah,
prime time thing.
Yep.
Reminds me of the relationship with my mom, though. Like how we have similar opinions when we're watching shows.
Mm-hmm.
And she loves like true crime and stuff like that. Yeah, anyways, I digress.
So they see a Fort Town ad on the TV, and we find out that May's mom really doesn't like these hip hoppers. And she tells May that she thinks that Miriam is odd, which is really rude of her.
Right. Yeah. Not something you want to hear about your friend coming from your mom.
But it's so relatable. Like I don't know why parents don't think that their words matter when they share truths about your friends. And you're just like, and you know, I never liked him. It's like he's been my best friend for 6 years. Like, what are you gonna do?
I have something to
don't tell me this now.
That happened recently when I was on the phone with my mom. It was basically my whole family. But when my mom said it, I was talking about like Marvel and Avengers because I tell her about like, shout out, sorry, but but she was like, I had said something about like, and I can't remember how it even came up. Well, I brought it up, but I don't remember what I said per usual. But I said something about like being a diehard like Marvel fan or like super fan. And she said something like, I don't think there's anybody that's as big of a Marvel fan as you. I'm like, you're not Googling, then you trust me, there's a community. You
spend a day in our Discord. Yeah.
Right. You're not privy to it, but you know what? You're over 50, so I'm not judging. Right. So, but yeah, still though, like that kind of hurt. I'm like, it's not a bad thing. But
this was another point in the film where I definitely was able to relate to it this felt exactly like how my dad acted about most music, but happily, at least, May's mom doesn't use such an offensive term for it like my dad did.
Oh no.
My dad definitely used as a term that I will never say on this podcast or in my life.
There you go. Then I think we can guess what it is by that declaration. Yeah. Fair. My dad had some shit opinions when it came to music. Not a very open mind either.
Yeah.
And it was definitely like, basically, if it's not classic rock, he doesn't really care. Just
same thing for my dad.
Yeah.
But like country, and for my mom, if it's not gospel, Christian and gospel, nah. I'm like, okay. I like both of those. Well, in what's the word?
Moderation.
In theory? Oh, okay.
In moderation. Thank you. Oh my God, we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Yes, in moderation. But yeah.
So we then see May in her room working on homework, and she's drawing a picture. She realizes it kind of looks like Devin, and she acts like she's not attracted to him while still drawing him and getting even more sexy as he does it.
Turning into a merman.
Yes.
And when she realizes what she's doing, she hides under the bed to draw some more. And then her mom calls out to her before walking in, and so May quickly gets out from under the bed and lays down.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't manage to hide her notebook. She looks down at it real quick, and so her mom notices it and looks inside. Both her mom and her freak out as her mom looks through the pages. And our mom asked, "Who is this? Did he do these things to you?" And May tries saying, "Just a boy." And her mom notices the hat and figures out it's the convenience store clerk. And so her mom drives them down there to confront him, which in the entire time that they were driving, since I can't imagine it was just like it was actually like what showed the film. It's like bam, they were just there. I'm surprised May was not able to get out the words. "I don't know this guy. He did not do these things to me. I just like him."
I think you see May like shut down whenever it comes to standing up to or like explaining herself later too. Like she's just has to be the apple of her mother's eye type shit. It's brutal though. That scene is brutal.
It's
so embarrassing.
It's traumatic to like.
It's all over the top, but it's like it starts out unwatchable at points, and then you get to the point where everybody's like, like this whole like almost like nightmarish kind of abstract version of it, and then it's like, okay, that's kind of funnier now. I'm a little more relaxed, but it started out so damn cringy.
Because like she's finally like realizing like what she's attracted to, and like for it to be so like such a horrible introduction to like that is it's so, oh my gosh, so cringe
to be shamed for it, for what she likes at such a young age, like just starting out like by her mom, like the person she looks up to the most. Well, not that she doesn't look up to her dad, but still like her parents, like that's really tough to
and you see her like
relatable.
She's like talking to herself in the mirror later, and she's like smacking herself in the face like this will never happen again.
And you're like, calls herself a sicko.
What'll never happen? You doodling
really
in your book like a freaking like it wasn't that bad.
She's basically saying conceal, don't feel.
Yeah.
So
yes.
So at the store, Devin obviously has no idea who she is. Then dickhead Tyler alerts everyone to the fact that May is in the store.
Yep.
And the mom asks, "How old is he? 30?" And he responds, "I'm 17." And then she accuses him of being a drug addict. And I was so surprised when I heard this because I was like, they put that in a Disney film?
This is the opposite of an absent parent, and I feel like it's just as damaging. Like having a parent who's too there is honestly in most cases just as bad as having a parent who's not there at all.
Like the helicopters parent style. It causes problems after.
That's
It's funny because I've stumbled upon this movie. The only reason I checked it out was because I heard about, like, I think because of probably just pandemic and not really checking out TV as much, like I probably would have seen it on Disney Plus eventually, but when I first heard about this movie, it was because of the controversy of it that I've been hearing on YouTube mainly. This reactionary or that reactionary is freaking out about the implications of this children's movie, and like all these people are making video reactions about like, like 5-year-olds go and see this Pixar movie. They're not gonna. Okay, if you're taking your 5-year-old to see a movie where the main protagonist is going through 13-year-old shit, you're doing something wrong. This movie is clearly made for a 13-year-old audience, and if you're not comfortable bringing them to learn about that part of a life, don't bring them. Like it deals with a lot of parts that are
definitely
13 and up can deal with.
I feel like and this is something I love about the film is I feel like this is the most real feeling Disney film they've ever made. I feel like this is actually how like life was for a lot of people at that age versus like most Disney films. It's very unrealistic.
I would have to back that up. It's a very authentic feeling movie, and it's a nice, refreshing. I mean, they've been doing a lot like that lately, but I think that not in a fantasy realm or anything like that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, argument. The 13th year. Have you seen that?
That one,
John, it's
caused
so
controversy before a different reason, probably.
John, it's so good. You have to see it.
I love it.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, John.
It definitely caused controversy in the Abingers Lounge. Discord. Was it good? Was it bad?
You gotta watch it and then re-listen to, and then give a 5-star review to that.
Like probably no one who listened to that podcast episode probably watched the film.
Disney already reached out to me and they were like, "Why did we get such a huge bump in this movie being watched?" They were like, "Why did 2 million people watch this movie?"
I love that movie, and when I watched it, like as a kid, I had a crush on the merman. He was so hot.
Yeah. I think I did too.
Yeah.
Back on him now. He looks like such a dork.
That was my grocery store worker.
Cody from the 13th year.
Yeah. His middle part.
Yes. Oh my god. I loved it.
So we see May back at the house in her room, screaming into her pillow, getting mad at herself for drawing those sexy things. She throws away her notebook, saying that this will never happen again. And then she goes to bed, and she has these epic nightmares while she sleeps of the temple in a red hue and the two panda statues breaking, and she sees Devin struggling to breathe. Then the four town
so dark
people's faces creepily on flowers. And then there's many more images that flash across the screen. And then in the morning, she wakes and we see a shot of her eye with fur around it. as her mom shouts for her. As her mom has made her a breakfast of eggs that have a creepy face on them. And the mom slaps the dad's hand, saying no sugar.
I have to laugh at the mom and dad's relationship every time that they get to interact, which isn't a lot, but I gotta say this first transformation that she has 15 minutes into the movie, it is so like it gets the ball rolling. I love Pixar for that reason. I love those movies, there's animated films that they get into it. There's we got enough backstory and we got it real fast and rapid fire, and then it's like now we're in it, now we're into the conflict. I love that.
Definitely.
Going back real quick, I want to say, I think I've said this in the voice channel before, because her drawing pictures of dudes. So I'm not talented, but I would trace. And whenever the first High School Musical came out, that locker room scene with Zac Efron's in the locker room shirtless talking to his dad, I would trace it. And I brought it to school one day. This was like middle school or elementary school. I don't remember when. It's a blur. But I got in trouble because they thought I was drawing a woman.
I have a similar story. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, I was just drawing his pepperoni. It's not. It's a guy. I'm like, pepperoni. Should I draw his nipple?
Nipple. I was like, what? His salami?
Salami?
No, like Brooklyn style pepperoni. Come on, you can get it from Domino's.
Stuffed crust.
When I was a kid, we had a desktop computer that was like the family's computer, and there was always a sheet of paper next to it. And like during the days of dial-up, it took a minute for like dial-up to come up. And so I would practice my handwriting by like writing song lyrics. And I was probably about 13 or 14, and I had seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. And so I was writing the lyrics of touch me. I want to feel dirty. And my mom saw it and she was like, I don't want you getting on the computer anymore, like at all. And I was like, it's from a song. Like,
oh my God.
She thought that like I was like chatting with people, or I don't know what she thought, but like, yeah, it was just writing lyrics from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
This is a big tangent. Sorry. Tangenting off of that, AOL dial up, being a kid and getting booted from the computer for a while. I would, as a horny teenager, I would look up shirtless pictures of dudes, and they would discover it, of course, because search history. And my excuse for like years would be, because I wasn't out at that time, would be like, oh, I just want to look like them. I just want to, get buff like them.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Hell no, I did not.
As a maybe an overshare. As a 35-year-old man who just found out he was bisexual a year ago, I had the same excuse to myself. I'll be honest with you. I'll be like, I want to look like them. I like, how do you get them abs? Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Lots of things to look back on and be like, I really was into NSYNC, and nobody else was that was my age and my gender in my class.
It wasn't just their voice.
It wasn't. No, not at
all. May walks into the bathroom and sees herself in the mirror as a red panda. And I find it hilarious that until now she hadn't realized that she's really tall.
Right. You're like 7-10 feet.
Yeah.
Like,
so she screams, freaking out. Her parents hear, and her mom knocks on the door, asking if everything is okay. And May says, "Don't come in." And I love how in the background we always see the dad sneaking sugar.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh my God.
Oh man, I love the dad in this film.
Oh, yes, fantastic character.
He seems really clueless.
He is. He's so clueless. That's true.
Reminds me of the dad.
I don't think he's as
Marvel.
clueless as we think he is. I think he is like
he's a good compliment to the mom.
Yes.
He's just not the one who's the dominant one in the relationship.
He's a backseat parent.
He's not wearing the pants.
But when you but when he has time alone with May near the end of the film, he is a great dad. It's not. I don't think it's simply he's clueless. Like like the film definitely wants you to think he is.
Yeah. No, I agree, and yeah, I said he's clueless, but I think you're right. He's a very good compliment to the mom.
Yeah,
their relationship works really well.
Yeah. So, her mom starts going through stuff, asking what's wrong, and May says no to all of it, and then her mom asks, "Is it that?" And in the background, you see the dad was walking up. And right as the mom says as that, the dad just freezes and walks backwards, which I found that hilarious.
Yeah.
She says something about the red peony blooming, right?
Yes.
All right.
Great code.
Y'all.
Yeah, she asked if it is the red peony bloom.
Now, Emmy, what did that mean?
do y'all want an overshare?
Science.
Oh,
do you guys want an overshare?
It is purely up to you.
Okay. So when my mom started dating my stepdad, he asked her to marry him the same year that I saved, like, you know how you like save like that last present and you're like, this is like gonna be like the best present ever. And like the last present that you open. Okay. So it was the same year that my stepdad asked my mom to marry him. And I remember this vividly. He like hid the ring in the tree. And I opened my last present and it was the American Girl, like their Our Bodies book.
Oh God.
And I was 12 years old. And I was like,
oh dear God.
Oh, and my mom was like, you're a young woman. And, you know, if you have any questions about the book, let me know. So that was December when I was 12. Flash forward to, well, no, I must have been 11. Flash forward to September, Labor Day, when I was actually 12. And I went to the bathroom and I was like, what is happening? I'm dying. What is this?
I'm turning into a red panda.
Wait. Are you saying that you didn't read that American Girl doll book?
I mean, I've looked through it.
Don't they explicitly tell you everything to prepare you in time? That toy company doesn't cover everything? That's very strange.
It's not an instruction manual?
I looked at the different stages of boobies. And I knew that mine were budding and they were not full boobies.
What to look forward to?
The blooming peony.
Aspirational.
Can't wait till my boobies look like hers.
Oh my God.
The period stuff completely didn't look at it. And it was Labor Day, my 7th grade year, and I was supposed to go mountain biking with my boyfriend at the time and his family. And I came to the bathroom and was like, I'm dying. And I was like, no, you're not dying. It happens to every woman. And like it was, you know, the stuff. I wish that there was a movie like this where that conversation would have started before Labor Day of my 7th grade year, because honestly, like that was the first that I knew about the fact that I was going to do that. Like that my body was going to do that. And like, oh my God. I ended up putting a pad in that was probably about the size of like the first Harry Potter book. Like that thickness. And I still went mountain biking for 5 hours.
Oh, you gotta get a mountain bike in. You can't just stop being a kid, right?
Sounds like torture.
Oh yeah, because it was like the bike seat plus a Harry Potter book inside my legs.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was not fun.
I bet.
That's my journey. And now I'm here. I was also a swimmer, and so tampons were a more convenient way to go. I did not understand how in the fuck you were supposed to use a tampon. I went through probably at least 2.5 boxes before I finally correctly put a tampon there.
Emmy, you're making me think of Steve Carell in The 40-Year-Old Virgin when he's trying to use condoms and he's like blowing them up. He's like blowing them up like a balloon. He's like trying to stretch them over his fingers first, and he's so confused. And they're like, "Man, how did you do that?" And it's like, "No, none of those have been used."
Yeah, no, it's very much that energy. I was extremely clueless when it came to what was happening with my body, and I don't fault my mom because there's such a stigma to like everything surrounding that, and I hate that there is.
Yeah,
and like even students now who like will like come up to me like I need to go to the bathroom, I have my period. I'm like, yeah, we all do, bye. Yeah, go, it's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah, we all do. It's fine. Yeah. Get the hell away from me.
I try so hard to normalize it, like because it was so, I don't know, I feel like it is
normal.
Yeah, because it is, yes, exactly, and it is normal, and the fact that it is stigmatized at any point for anybody is stupid.
You could tell the guys in high school and even university that did not did not grow up with females in their lives, or like sisters, or like they just didn't talk to women their entire lives, and then they come to like, I had like lived in a house in my second year at university with 4 guys and 3 girls, and I understood what they were talking about when they would bring it up. The other 3 guys had no clue, and I'd be sitting there going like, just like look into it, like it's not
Google is your best friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Research
it doesn't affect you, but it's, it's not like something to go ew to, because it's just it's making it worse.
Like if you want a wife, don't be a dick.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thank you guys for letting me share that and not being like ew.
Of
course. So, I appreciate it.
After the mom asks about the red peony bloom, May says, "No, maybe," and her mom says, "Don't worry, I'll get everything you need," and then she runs to get everything she can for periods. And then May, while her mom is distracted, tries to escape through the window but doesn't fit. Her mom says that she's coming in, so May hides in the shower. Her mom says it's gonna be okay, and May shouts, "No, it's not. Can you just get out?" Out, and her mom says, "Excuse me," and May says, "I didn't mean it. I'm a gross red monster," and she starts hitting herself.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
This whole time, do you think the mother knew really what was going on, or do you think she just assumed that it was only just a period, or a period?
I personally think she assumed it was just period.
I think she definitely was just assuming it was just a period because as she said that she thought she had more time before the red panda would be coming.
Yeah. She basically, when that point comes, when she finds out that it is the panda thing, like she just acts as though, and she says, "You're still a child." And it's like, okay, 13. Yes, to like people older than teenage years, of course they're gonna say child sometimes.
It's just a couple
the majority
of years.
Of them, they don't want to hear that they're children. They want to be adults already, and it's like, but there is that weird awkward, years between child and adult that they're.
I was taking it as like normally they thought people got their red panda at like 16 or something, and that this was early, really early for her to have her red panda come out.
Yeah, because I know the mother got it. I don't remember when, or
I don't think they say
age.
When.
Yeah,
they just say that she was already dating the father.
Yeah.
Which could have been 13 as well. Who knows?
Yeah.
So let's see. So I found it hilarious. Her mom listing all the different pads. She says, obviously, I'm not a girl, but and so I may be wrong. But I feel like if May were actually having her first period, having it might freak her out even more hearing about so many different pads that she has to choose from.
Yep. As a female who this exact scene happened when I got my
hid behind the shower curtain and you're like
and my mom just like shoved a whole bunch of stuff in the bathroom and I was like, cool. I guess I'll take this pad that looks like it will absorb everything while I go on a 5-hour bike ride. Woohoo.
Yeah, I would imagine being overwhelmed is not that difficult in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Options are good, but not for that. No,
yeah.
Just give me something that works.
even still, because I feel like it's such a taboo subject.
Mm-hmm.
Like tampons. Okay, they come in like light, super ultra super fucking popsicle stick. Like there's like a whole bunch of different like Tampax or like sizes of tampon, and they're for different flows. It's not like, oh well, I've got a huge vagina, so I'm gonna do the freaking popsicle tampon. Like it's like no
Band-Aids.
Yeah, you have to find like what. And I've very recently discovered, because I always use like the same size, because I was like, oh well, my vagina is fucking this size.
Everyone knows what theirs is, right?
My vagina is
like
size
a shoe
3.
Size.
Yeah, I've got a 3.
That's not what it's for, and like nobody talks about it, and so nobody fucking knows.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
33 fucking years old.
I've got a 3 too. That's crazy.
Oh my God. Sorry.
It's all right. So her mom goes into a speech about how she's a woman now and her body is starting to change, and this freaks May out or as her mother starts pulling the shower curtain back. But her mom stops as her mom leaves, as she almost sees the red panda because her porridge is burning. And
thank God.
I feel like in a situation like this, she really should just like yell at her husband to deal with it, not go herself, because like I feel like any child, if it were a period, like you're they're gonna be even more freaked out if their mom just leaves them to go deal with food.
Yeah, I like to think that if the he's a cook, right? He's a chef.
He's a cook, so he should be able to do that.
I like to think that she's that controlling, that the porridge is the one thing that she alone can make.
Can control.
She's nope, you don't know how to make my porridge. I gotta get my porridge.
That makes sense.
It's just kind of sad to me. She cares more about making sure her porridge is perfect than helping her daughter.
Yeah, it seemed like a plot device just to get her out of the room.
So,
I mean, but like, I was happy my mom threw some tampons and pads into the room and then left.
I mean, it's probably something that helped. That definitely is helpful to the kid, but it probably, I feel like from the mother's perspective, that should be a pretty dumb thing to do. Just say like, oh, I'm going to make my daughter think that her situation does not matter as much as this one food I'm cooking.
Yeah, like at least be on standby.
Yeah.
I do think my mom was on standby, for questions, but like I was too embarrassed to ask any of them.
Well, yeah,
fair, understandable.
That's not surprising. So, May takes this time to run back to her room, and May thinks if she just goes to sleep, it'll all be over when she wakes. When she lays down on the bed, the bed breaks, but then she starts to calm down as she's trying to get herself to sleep, which this makes her notice that is turning her back into a human. She gets really excited to be a human again, which turns her back into the red panda, and so she realizes that's how it works, and so she calms herself with meditation and turns back into a human. And but she now has red hair, which I for one think it looks really cool, and it fits her well.
I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that is a similarity with the Hulk, is as the Hulk has green tinted hair, though Bruce Banner does not, but it's still a bit of a similarity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's see. To hide what's going on, she wears a hat to school. She meets with her friends, and they are asking tons of questions. She answers everything in a very monotone voice to keep herself calm. They tell her how Tyler is telling everyone about the store incident, and that she is a perv. This causes May to get very mad, understandingly, but she calms herself, saying Tyler is an insecure jerkwad. Slightly uncomfortable secrets were revealed. End of story. But then, and as she finishes saying that, she can't help herself but start oogling over another guy. And then we find out that Tyler has been putting up the drawings everywhere. May gets angry, saying, "I'm gonna kill him." This makes her turn her fist into a red paw, and her tail comes out. So she retreats into a classroom to hide. And Miriam follows her to find out what's going on, as a good friend would. And but then as the teacher starts talking, Miriam starts trying to exchange notes with her. And finally, Miriam tells her, "Your mom is outside."
Oh, yeah.
And this unsurprisingly freaks May out, as that is really creepy. Really, really creepy.
Yeah,
I forget about this part.
It's from something it's like from something from Hereditary. It's like some creepy.
Oh my god,
classroom shit, and you look out the window, and the last person you want to see is out there chanting something at you.
Also, fuck Tyler, and I'm sure he's a perv too. So I want to throw that in there
for sure.
Probably
for sure. 13-year-old boys,
right? Who isn't a perv at 13?
Surprised if he
13th year.
So everyone heads to the window to figure out what's happening, and except for May, as she's still really freaking out as her mom is trying to get her attention. And the breaking point comes as her mom tells everyone in the class that she forgot her pads.
Jesus Christ.
Like, right. How insane do you have to be to cause your daughter that much embarrassment?
Situational awareness.
God. Okay.
She has none.
But it should not be embarrassing to me.
True.
Yes.
Very true.
Very it should true. Not be. It should not be, but it
is.
I think it's better today. But also, you have to remember this is in 2002. There was no normalizing it at all back then. So so of course it's going to be extremely embarrassing.
Yeah, and the adolescent years are all about just completely overreacting to things that should not be embarrassing one day, but eventually you don't know that until later, and it's like all those things are just like, I'm gonna overreact to everything my parents say in front of my friends, and that's 100% the worst thing they could say. But I was again going like, okay, this movie has broken my ability to predict what's going to happen, because I thought it was going to be a movie about her hiding it from people, and yet now we're getting her transforming in school, running past kids, and suddenly they know. Like it's happening so fast. Like I could not predict what was going to happen next, and I love that.
Yeah.
I think that like 2 days after John asked me to be on this episode, for some reason my TikTok was like, this should be in your For You page. And it was a theory from someone that the algebra teacher in this scene is the bad guy from Up.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay. So it's a younger version of that dude. Very similar facial features. Yeah. Very similar. And when they pan from the mom's perspective and they pan from outside the window over to the board, you can see a skeleton of a bird that looks like Kevin's a girl.
Right.
Kevin's a girl.
That's Kevin's funny. That's funny and interesting. Wow.
Yeah. The algebra teacher is also teaching me quadratic equation. Which...
I gotta see the movie Up.
Yeah.
What? You've never seen it?
Wait, have you not? You have not seen it?
I think I saw it once when it first came out, but I
never. Oh my god!
It was one of those ones those Pixar movies that I never like repeat watched.
Oh yeah, but no, because you cry the whole time.
Yeah.
Facts. Oh my god.
Yeah. Inside Out got me that feeling that way already. So it was like up and going backwards. Like, oh man, Bing Bong. Yeah, Bing Bong got me.
I didn't watch Up until maybe 2 months ago. Not Up. Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one until about 2 months ago, and then I watched it
Did you
again.
Get Bing Bonged?
Oh my god, yeah. Your door just opened like there is a okay
cat.
Yeah, we've got two cats. The doors don't close.
No, I think it's a ghost. I definitely think it's a ghost.
Or they scratch it if it's closed.
It's my cat, the one that's been living here for years now. Noodle does not like being separated from me for very long. And now she's going, and she's leaving the door open behind her, and that's fine. Close the door at least. What a jerk.
So the explosion happens, and the red panda is released. Her mom sees this and starts chasing her. May hides in the bathroom, and this girl comes out of a stall saying, "OMG!" And so May pushes her back into the stall, which I found that really hilarious. And May pushes herself out the window and runs away from the school. So her mom gets in a car and calls her husband, saying, "Get home now! It's an emergency." The dad asks, "Is this another woman thing?" And the mom shouts, "No, it's another one." And so then we see May scare some people as she's running, and then she squishes through an alley. And then on the other side of the alley, she happens to be at the store where Devin works, and so she stops for a moment and thumps her feet, saying, "Awooga!" Awooga.
Yes, I love that.
I found that
full Looney Tunes moment.
Fucking hilarious. It was so good. Oh man! So she then climbs to the top of a building and starts jumping rooftops, which I love the seeing this, just like with the Hulk. I love seeing
I was just gonna say
creature.
Yes, it's just like the second parallel that I could pick out is like, okay, one is brought on by extreme emotions. Second of all, he basically flies by jumping.
Right.
That's what she does regularly. Yeah.
Awesome. And so and her mom starts chasing her on foot after being stopped by a falling sign. And I really want to take a second to appreciate the attention to detail, as when she's running and jumping on these rooftops, they actually show tiles breaking off the roof, which I thought was a really nice attention to detail from the animators.
Yeah, it's doing a lot of damage, minute damage, but still.
And so May runs to her room, causing wreckage throughout the house. And May hides under a blanket, trying to calm herself. Her mom tries telling her that everything is okay, but then the dad walks in and saying, "It's happening already." This causes May to stop crying and get mad at asking, "What did you say?"
Yeah.
And so her parents tell her the history of Sun Yi becoming the red panda, and
panda's out of the bag.
Yep. and mom says that it passed through the generations and over time became an inconvenience. And May understandably gets mad and tries to destroy the tapestry of Sun Yi. And her mom says there's a cure that she knows because it's happened to me. She says on the next red moon, they will seal the red panda into a container. She tells her that there's one chance. It's the more, or you turn into the panda, the harder the ritual will be. And her dad tells them also the next red moon is on the 25th. And then they remove everything but her bed from her room to make sure that there's no excitement.
It was so sad to think a 13-year-old with nothing in their room. Like your room is your identity sometimes. Like you see, remember, especially in 2002 when like it was so, I don't know if it was
boy bands.
Yeah, just walls plastered with like magazine covers and stuff. Like that was the 90s for sure, at least.
Yes.
Yeah, posters and figuring out what you like and surrounding yourself with it. Yeah, to get rid of that sucks.
Yeah. So her dad, happily being the great dad he is, saved her stuffed animal to give her. And and her mom tells her, this way we won't have to worry about any more accidents. And her dad tells her red is a lucky color before heading out of the room. And May overhears her parents outside. Her mom says, this is awful. And her dad says, we'll make it through. And her mom says a lot of horrible stuff. And this causes May to cry and turn into the panda. This was really hard to watch.
Because the fact that especially when homes have those paper thin walls,
yes,
you can just hear your parents discussing you down the hallway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I love the father. Sorry, I love how optimistic he is. I think I said it before. It reminds me so much of the father in Miss Marvel.
Yes.
So sweet.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, and we'll stop any more accidents. Listen, it would take. It's in the hundreds. How many pairs of underwear that I've ruined because of quote unquote accidents? I meant like period accidents, not like shitting myself, but still.
I was about to say shit happens. But that happens too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's as soon as you get a pair of white underwear, your period's like,
You're
fuck you. What a wonderful choice. Let me just make my mark right here. You wanted these to be tie-dyed, right?
It's like a cat and knickknacks. Oh, this is on the desk. It should be on the floor.
Yes. Yep.
So sorry, in the morning, as mom is vacuuming, we see May try to calm herself. But May can't do it. And then she's stressed. We see she's stressed on the floor. Her friends appear at the window. And Abby says, "Fourtown is coming to Toronto." And May can't contain herself and shows herself. So her friends scream as she grabs them and brings them inside. She lets go of them, and Priya immediately asks, "Are you a werewolf?" Which I found that pretty funny.
Yeah.
So then Abby says, shouts, "So fluffy!" and puts her head or face into the fur, and Priya runs her fingers through the tail, saying, "I always wanted to have a tail." I really feel like Priya is gonna grow up to be a furry.
Grow up. She's got her own journal. That's a different movie entirely, I'm sure.
I was gonna say what's her name? The one that said "so fluffy."
Abby.
Yeah.
She reminds me because the girl I'm about to say said the same thing, but in Despicable Me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm gonna die.
Pixar. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
If it was Pixar, I was about to say maybe that's like an older version of her, but no, never mind. It's not Pixar.
I was hoping that too. Like when I heard that, I was like, wait, what dots am I connecting? Could this be just an homage at least? And it's like, oh wait, shit, it's not.
Yeah.
But technically, since it came out in 2002, this one was the first So Fluffy. So there you go.
Right.
They win. Pixar found a way to retcon it. They came up
right.
I love that she basically says like they say that she can't go. She says she can't go to the concert. She says, "Go become women without me."
Right.
So I was
dramatic.
like, I turned to my fiance. I'm like, did you think of concerts this way when you saw a concert? She's like, no, not really, but like I kind of get it. Like I said the Jonas Brothers when I was younger, and I kind of get that. But it's like, yeah, like where did this like Emmy? We need a women's opinion.
Camp Rock.
Your first concerts.
All right. I became a woman when my mom took me to see Leonard Skinner. My mom took me to see Leonard Skinner. I tasted beer, smelled weed, and saw somebody give out Mardi Gras beads for tits for the first time.
Oh my goodness. At 13? No.
I was I was in middle school. It was either 12 or 13.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
That was the moment I became a woman.
Sweet home Alabama. Is that weed?
I didn't know what it was, and my mom was like, "Stop inhaling." It's like, okay, cool. How do I breathe?
What do we do here? just let's hold you up higher.
And then my friend and I went to the bathroom, and there was a beer can going into the bathroom. Oh, we drank it. Like it wasn't
open?
We probably should have. No, it was definitely open. Like somebody put their beer can down, went to piss, and we were like, "Have you ever tried beer before?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, we should try this beer in the bathroom.
The way in which you use it. We drank it.
We drank it. Yep. And then there was some guy in front of us that was like spinning beads around on his finger, and he like pointed to a woman that was behind us, like behind our seats, and I turned around and she lifted up her shirt and showed off her tatas.
Oh my god.
It was wonderful. No, I love my mother.
Sounds like Pam is the best.
Pam is the best.
Pam is the best.
Here's a hashtag.
So Miriam asks what happened, and May responds, "It's just an inconvenient genetic thing I got from my mom. It will go away eventually, maybe." And May starts crying. May tells them how her mother won't even look at her and how she thinks she's a freak. Her friends try to console her. Abby says the concert is May 18th, and then Miriam tries the gauntlet to calm her, and then the others join in, and eventually May starts joining them, and it's honestly a really beautiful scene. And they all then are hugging, and this turns May back into human.
Yeah. I was gonna say the lyrics, like, this scene was adorable, and I what the only thing keeping me from loving it was the freaking lyrics to the song. Because you hear, like, I've had friends, I've had buddies, it's true, but they don't turn my tummy the way you do, and I was like, oh my god. But I get it.
Sound like a good thing.
I get it.
Yeah,
those lyrics are never great. Well, like the fact that Billie Eilish and her brother wrote these lyrics, it's fantastic.
Did they really?
Yeah, they were the lyrics.
Wait,
yeah,
who did?
Billie Eilish wrote the songs for Four Town. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, no wonder they were bops.
Yeah.
No wonder. I really like this scene because of the unconditional love from the friends. Right. Like, just absolutely, I don't care if you are a 7-foot fucking red panda. Unconditional love.
Yes.
100%. Yeah, agreed. And then that's where she kind of figures out that that's her zen place. That's her happy place. Yeah. Thinking of that.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Like, one of them didn't even one of them didn't even care that she was a red panda. She was more worried about her fur and how fluffy it was.
Yep. So May explains to him that it comes out if she gets excited. And so Abby flicks her, which May asks, what the heck? And then realizes that she can handle it. So she asks Abby to hit her again, which I feel like Abby flicking her here, kind of a reference to in the Avengers when Tony like zapped Bruce to see how he would react.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
I was thinking Ant-Man.
Flick me.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. That's a Hulk reference for sure. A Hulk parallel.
Yeah.
Blueberry?
Yeah.
So then Abby punches her in the face, but May is able to say calm, which I find hilarious. How she asked to hit her, and then she's just like really hard. I punched her.
Yeah.
Take it.
Abby is intense.
She is.
So this is when she realizes their unconditional love is able to calm her. And she says, I can have my room, my life back. Miriam says, no, even better. You can come with us to Four Town. And she says that they are all asking their parents tonight. And Miriam, May says that she can't ask her mom, that she's a furry ticking time bomb, which I think this also could be a reference to the Avengers, as they say that the team is a ticking time bomb in that film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I see it.
I forgot about that.
Oh. So somebody adds, like, I think it's Abby adds, of awesomeness. Right.
I love that. Yes.
I think so.
Yep. I love the box of kittens that the parents use as a test on her.
Oh my god.
And it ends up like she thinks of her friends and it works. but then she lies to her parents and says that it was, I think about the people I love most, which is you guys. And it's like, I understand her reason for lying. It is not easy to tell, family that, hey, my friends mean a lot to me these days. I can kind of be myself with them. Like
I have a found family.
Yeah, exactly. You can choose your friends to a degree.
Yeah.
You can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Fact. So you can. You can.
Not in public.
Well,
with consent.
With consent, with the right
with
tissues.
Consent, yes.
Yeah. Hand sanitizer, all that
stuff. So Miriam tells her that you got to prove to your mom that you can control it, and we then hear her mom, and then May pushes them out of a window saying, "You gotta go. My mom already doesn't like you." And Miriam says, "Wait, she doesn't?" Which I thought that was hilarious.
Well, it's time to tell her, like, all these years they've been friends. My mom already doesn't like you.
She should have been like, what? She doesn't know me.
Really.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
We see then Aunt May under a light as if it's an interrogation, but it's actually so that they can, so their parents can test her ability to stay calm. They show her deforestation, sad orangutan, second place spelling bee trophy, and May just keeps seeing her friends in her head to keep calm. And then finally, a box of kittens. She passes everything, and then, as she said, she tells her mom that that it's just because she loves her mom, and that's why she's able to keep calm. And so then May sets up a presentation trying to get her parents to let her go to Fort Town. Yeah. And there's a cool detail here is she wears a green jacket to get in her mom's favor because her mom wears a green jacket throughout the film.
I didn't even notice that. Nice.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's great.
That's cool. Yeah.
That green blazer. Yeah. Yep.
So
fish.
Her mom says, absolutely not. Or her dad tries saying that maybe we should trust her. Sadly, the dad's opinions don't seem to be valued by the mom. And
that's a very cut and dry way of putting it there. Yes.
Very true. Yeah.
And then after May leaves, her mom gets angry, screaming at the dad, and the dad just walks away to go answer the phone. And the mom asks, where did she get that? Treating her own mother like that? And then we see the dad picking up the phone, and he tells her, Ming, it's your mother.
She hides.
And she responds, I'm not here, as she hides. Then the mom shakily grabs the phone from him. Ming's mom tells her, I'm coming, and I'm bringing reinforcements. Freaking Ming out.
Did anybody here recognize the voice of the grandma in this movie?
The voice of the grandma.
I did not.
I wondered if it was Michelle Yeoh with
I was
from
that.
like Shang-Chi and stuff, but no, it's actually another Marvel fame. It's Mrs. Gao from Daredevil, Iron Fist, and the Defenders. That mob boss who runs not the Hand, but I guess she does run the Hand. Yeah. Anyways, if you've seen those series, and I don't know if everybody here has, but Emmy, Jordan,
I've seen it, but I haven't. I've seen it, but I've seen Daredevil, but I don't remember.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
It's a small part in Daredevil, but she gets a bigger part as you go along. Yeah.
I have checked out Invincible. The Boys I'm almost caught up on.
Nice.
Yes.
I finally watched Fantastic Beasts 3. I've been taking off my list.
So what did you think of the third Fantastic Beasts film? I honestly was not a big fan of it.
Yeah, my thoughts were blah.
Visually, it was interesting, but the plot.
normally I could easily get enchanted into that wizarding world, but this film I could not at all.
Yeah, I'm done with it, honestly. Like, it should have been the one movie, Fantastic Beasts. The first one was great. The whole wizarding politics bullshit, like, nobody cares. We've got our own fucking bullshit that we're dealing with in real life. We don't need the wizarding bullshit too.
True.
I will say I was excited to see, I can't remember her name, but she's on this comedian show with Phoebe Robinson on HBO called Two Dope Queens. I really can't remember, but she was in the movie. That's gonna bother me. But yeah, she played a British wizard. I can't remember her name. Fuck, her real name.
I'm on it. Maybe.
I can't think of any. That movie, it was so forgettable. I feel like, but like, I don't even know what exactly happened.
They set up so much that that Jacob would become the new wizarding world, like a leader, but then all of a sudden it's like, that doesn't matter, that we were setting up that his good heart would be what would cause him to become the wizarding world leader.
Jessica Williams.
That's what. Yeah.
Okay.
She's hilarious. I love her.
Yeah, she was good in the film.
Yeah,
she was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
the part
that kind of annoyed me, how they set up throughout the whole film how Jacob is this really good person, and that's and how that is how it's chosen who's gonna be the next Minister of Magic, someone's heart, and then, but then all of a sudden, what's the point of this setup?
That really got on my nerves. Yes.
I don't give a shit about wizard politics. I just want to see cool animals doing cool shit.
Right?
Yes.
Isn't that what the title would lead you to believe?
Exactly. Yeah. I want Fantastic Beasts. I don't care where to find them. I just want to see them. Fucking shit up.
Honestly, I feel like what this franchise should have been, it shouldn't have been the Fantastic Beasts franchise. It should have been the Hogwarts or its textbook franchise. And like, since you had the first film, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, they should have made
Quidditch Through the Ages.
Quidditch Through the Ages be one of them. And then
Muggle History.
I
honestly, fuck that one.
I was thinking in a full feature film of the story of the Beetle and the Bard.
Mm-hmm.
If they, since the way they should have done the politics is like the show Veep. I don't know if y'all have seen that.
I've seen
it's hilarious.
3 seasons, I think.
Yeah. What's her face from? She's in Marvel. I can't remember.
Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah. She plays the villain.
Countess.
Don't call me
Countess.
Val.
Yeah. Val.
Countess.
Yeah.
Countess. Valentina.
Defontaine. I'm gonna butcher that. I know I just did. All right. Yeah. It's like it's a lot.
You can just go with Val. You don't have
Valentina Defontaine. Val. Yeah.
Elaine from Seinfeld.
Yes.
What we're trying to say. Elaine. Get out.
Veep is hilarious.
Fantastic actress. Love her.
Okay. That was a tangent.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry. I think I realized, like, no matter whose podcast I go on, I fucking veer off to the left, and I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
My thing too.
So the next morning at school, they're playing dodgeball, and apparently 3 of them's parents said no. Apparently Abby's parents it's called it stripper music, which I found that hilarious. I was surprised that a Disney film would have that word in it.
Right.
I love stripper music.
Me too.
So Miriam's parents actually said yes, but that she has to buy the ticket herself. And then we see Ming is again creepily outside the school watching May.
Yeah, Can't let her out of her sight that fast now, especially now that she knows it's not a period. This is some serious stuff now that she's back at school as a panda.
Yep.
Or a panda at any moment. Yeah.
Tyler, the asshole, makes a mama's girl joke, causing a May to be furious, and her arm turns into a panda one to throw the ball at Tyler. The teacher says that she's out because that was an illegal throw. Her, May's friends take her to the bathroom to calm down.
Yeah.
May tells them that she can't because her mom needs to let them go. That she never asked for anything and she's always had to be the perfect little May. If they don't trust us anyway, then what's the point? And her friends, they like this new confident side of her. And she says this isn't just a concert, it's a first step into womanhood. Miriam suggests that they say it's a sleepover at her house. May says her mom will never know. They just have to now have to raise the money for tickets. And Abby says, you know what would help me think? A little panda. And so May starts thinking sensual thoughts, and so she turns into the panda. It was about one of the band members, and she hugs Abby, and behind her, some other girls see this. And they all start are saying how she's the cutest thing ever. And so May comes out of the bathroom stall saying, "So you like the panda?" And one of the girls says, "Like it? I love it. I'll give you anything. Money, my kidney, my soul." I found that hilarious. And
yeah. One that made me laugh in this moment, especially being Canadian, we don't see it, like especially a Pixar movie taking place in Canada. They all start throwing their money up in their face, and it's all Canadian fives because we A, don't have dollar bills, and B, 13-year-olds don't have 20s, so just blue fives, and everybody has them, and that's what everything's paid for in this movie with fives.
That's hilarious.
I really appreciated the accuracy in the times, because there is someone that you see during the dodgeball scene who has the butterfly clips.
Yes.
Like, that used to be a style that you had. Yes. It was butterfly clip that would clip like a half an inch of hair.
Yeah.
All the way across your head. That was the style.
So pretty. Yes. Loved
Beautiful. It. Beautiful. I mean, it was class.
Yes. High class.
And that's, I really appreciate that was show.
They definitely did their research. Sorry.
Yes.
If Mephisto exists in this universe, that one of those girls is going to go to Mephisto and make a deal with him to become a red panda.
Oh my god!
Sure. Mephisto in Pixar confirmed.
Since one of the girls says it'll give her soul to for the panda.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love the montage that follows where the girls are capitalizing on the predicament, and they all start making paper like it's origami, which is a lyric from the song.
Oh my god.
Billie Eilish, you nutbag. I love it.
I wrote. So they begin filming themselves, both having fun and working towards some money with panda pics and merch. And so step one, they deter her mom by telling her that she's joining a math club. Step two, they then spread the word around school. And then step three, they hustle this panda and get money out of the kids. It's such a fun and cute scene. The only person that they won't let in for panda pics is Tyler.
Fuck Tyler.
No, Tyler's allowed.
Yeah, right.
He has to pay with $200 worth of fives.
So
right.
Her mom almost catches them, but they turn the room back into math club. And I found it really funny with that May's sunglasses get bigger when she turns into the red panda.
That's funny.
I didn't notice that.
Me either.
Yeah.
That's funny.
There's a scene where they're dancing. She's wearing black sunglasses, and then she turns into a panda, and she's still wearing sunglasses.
Not catch that. That's awesome.
Which doesn't really make a lot of sense within how the film has a clothes work with turning into the panda, but
every time she turns back, she's in the outfit. Like it's just a magic transition, so it's not like this mutant transition. So it's just poof poof.
This just makes me wonder if she took off those sunglasses while she's in the giant panda form. Is it just gonna be a giant pair of sunglasses that does not change back with her?
I mean,
she just carries them around in her backpack.
That could be a side business, gigantifying sunglasses on the side for $5.
Shorts or a t-shirt or a bikini,
like
whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, can you take all my clothes that I bought when I was 13 and make them fit me at 35 right now?
Right.
Yes. Since kids, I'm gonna be honest, kids have more cool clothes than adults have.
Yes.
Oh,
I would pay Mephisto to do that. Like, honestly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Yep. I have to go to school tomorrow, and I wish that I could wear a tutu. And I think that it would be unprofessional for me to actually wear a tutu.
Oh, it's summer school. Tell them to be who they want to be in the summer. That's a lesson. Just call it a lesson.
I felt weird wearing
Pride
shorts.
Month. Yes, Pride Month. Tutu.
Rainbow tutu.
Be yourself. Spray paint it right now. Quit this podcast right now and go spray paint.
I gotta go. I got a tutu that needs to be spray painted.
And you got every color of the rainbow already on hand in spray paint.
So May hides all the funds and the merch under her bed, which we will get to later. We see May and her friends at gym class working on keychains while oogling boys. And May starts freaking out because the concert is coming soon and they are $100 short. And so she starts beating herself up again, and May gets her to take a break by suggesting that they oogle some boys. They hear from under the bleachers, "You all are so weird," and they find Tyler down there. Tyler blackmails her, saying that he's gonna tell May's mom what she's doing, and he tells her he wants the panda at his birthday party Friday. May says that she'll do it, but it will cost him $200. And Priya, when she goes back up to consult with her friends, Priya says, "This sounds like a boy-girl party. Are we allowed to go to boy-girl parties?" I thought that was really funny.
Yep. And we would call them pop and chip parties where I'm from, where basically kids get together and eat pop or drink pop. Never mind, we did it wrong. We were eating pop and drinking chips, and tried not to get too nervous to talk to the girls in the room.
Oh
yeah.
I really enjoyed the I feel like the insight to the whole hustle culture. You've got to go.
Yeah.
And what's the point of getting to the concert if you're too exhausted to enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was something that not just middle schoolers, but for adults, what's the point if you work so hard that you get to a certain point, but you're too tired to enjoy it. Like, why? Why are you even?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Definitely.
It's food for thought.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hustle culture. Hustle. Did I say it right? Hussy culture.
Hustler culture.
Hustler.
They don't make that anymore, I don't think. They canceled my subscription anyways. No explanation.
To hussy culture.
To hussy culture, yeah.
May then says her mom won't even know she's gone. And then later that night, May tries, not that night, but meet at the next on Friday. May tries to leave for the party, but her mom has been missing her. She made a special dinner, and when May says that she can't stay, Ming says, "I'll just go with you." And Ming shows her that she has a double jointed elbow. It's kind of gross seeing her spin it around. And that and May tries saying that it would be super boring. Wouldn't you rather hang with Dad? The dad in the background says, "Oh," and
I love that. The idea that he wouldn't even know what to do with himself if she actually like showed an interest in him. At this point, it feels so sad, but it's like he was excited for a second. I feel
I just felt so bad for him because it's obvious that she doesn't want to spend time with him.
Yeah, she's too obsessed with the kid.
Yeah. And Ming just says, "Let's get my flashcards." And so May keeps trying to stop her, but her mom ignores it. Finally, her mom says, "Don't be silly. We're already on the way." And May shouts out, saying, "But I don't want you to." Oh, and May puts her hand over her mouth as she's now scared. But then they both hear the door behind them as a stampede of old ladies comes in. It's Ming's mother and other various aunts.
Yeah, the aunties. Yeah.
They're here to help with the ritual. And then we see at Tyler's party, everything is boring because his dumbass didn't even try to have a backup plan in case the deal fell through.
This is where Cha-Cha Slide is playing and nobody knows how to start dancing.
Right. Listen to the lyrics.
You think that Tyler, he should have been smart enough to be like, maybe I should have some kind of backup thing to happen for the party in case that this deal doesn't end up happening.
He's clearly got money. He could have got a snow cone machine or something. To liven things up a little. Maybe what do they have in 2002? N64, maybe a GameCube. Yeah.
And his family was obviously a rich family, it seemed.
Yeah.
They probably would have had all that stuff. So, back at the temple, May's aunts are filling her with food, and they question the fact that she can control the panda. We hear, I believe this is for the first time in the film, how terrifying Ming's panda is. And May tells them that she thinks she's gonna go to bed early, but then as May tries to climb out the window, there's a knock on the door. May quickly gets back in as her grandma walks in. Her grandma found some panda hair. She warns her that the more she lets the beast out, the stronger it will get and the ritual will fail. She found this bit of hair. This could have so easily been that her mom missed some hair when she was vacuuming.
Very true.
This really does not mean as much as the grandma thinks.
But her grandma's not wrong either.
Yeah. But it's just surprising her grandma just knows that it must be that she's been turning into a panda.
That Dyson didn't do its job.
May I ask if the ritual has ever failed? And her grandma says that it cannot happen. And then she explains that Ming and her were close once, and then the red panda took that away. So no more panda. So as she leaves the room, she guilts her, saying, "You are your mother's whole world. I know you will do what's right." At Tyler's party, Priya is doing charades, and she finds a girl that she likes because, as the girl says, as mortality.
Nice.
Which I love that. The doorbell rings, and we hear under Priya's breath, "Thank Cthulhu." Which I found that hilarious that she so they had under her breath she saying that.
I did not hear that at all, and I watched it.
Me either.
Just a couple.
I honestly didn't hear it really that much either, but I was able to tell because I had the subtitles. Yeah.
Thank Cthulhu.
Yeah, I heard it.
Awesome.
So May walks in wearing her mascot costume. Tyler is pissed. He says the deal is off, and May's friends grab her, asking if she's feeling okay. She says, "Trust me, I can't panda anymore. I'm sorry." And Miriam says, Miriam says it's okay. You don't have to do it. We'll just figure something out. Priya tries saying
good
that
friends.
She won't go, and Abby as well saying she won't go, and May saying she won't go. But then finally, Miriam says, "If we can't all go, then none of us should." They get sad, and this causes May to say, "Then just one last time." She turns into the red panda, saying, "Let's hear it for the birthday boy." And they all party it up. It's a really fun scene. We then see a Ming bid farewell to the aunts and her mother. Her mother says, "Don't let May out of your sight." Ming goes to May's bedroom and goes to close the window. She steps on some shattered glass and thus finds everything that was under the bed, and that May is not in the bed. So we then and go back to the party where May and her friends sit on top of Tyler's house eating his cake. They're really happy because they're all going to see a Town. They hear Tyler asking for May, which causes Priya to say, "Dang, he's really working you." And May says, "As it'll all be worth it," as they lay back down.
And one of them asks, "What do you think Jesse smells like from Town?" And one of my favorite lines in the movie, Miriam says, "White chocolate and wet rocks." I was like, what?
That's very weird. Specific.
It smells delicious.
Yep. And also May says that one of the people in Town is her Tamagotchi's daddy.
Did y'all have Tamagotchis?
I did not.
Saw them growing up, but never had my own. Sadly.
I know what they are. Yeah, same.
I know what they are. I've never seen one in real life, though.
Oh my god!
And then I ended up selling them 20 years later when they came back, and I was like, "These look smaller." I worked at a toy store, and they started selling Tamagotchis last year, or Nano Pets. No, it was probably Tamagotchis. Yes, it was.
I have one currently that doesn't work that I bought recently.
Oh.
But no, I had hella Tamagotchis. I had Ariel, like I had her as a Tamagotchi. I had
Nice.
I had Salem the cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch as a Tamagotchi.
That's cool.
I like to think of like 2002 to 2005. There were like little shops that like an old watchmaker would have like added to his roster of like knowledge. He's like, oh well, I've got to learn how to fix these Tamagotchis as well. And he starts like reading all the manuals and stuff. He's wearing like an old apron, he's like opening the back. I gotta make sure this one poops on time. Yeah, it's in my head, and I want to write it into a full book series. Yeah.
I definitely, I had quite a few. I mean, I had like a cat and a dog too. I had like generic,
like real one,
a crab at one time.
Oh wow! Ariel and her crab.
Nice.
Maybe I just had the crabs. No, I'm just kidding.
So, Miriam asked May, what if you kept the panda? May says, what? And Miriam says, you aren't the same goody person that never saw anyone. And you're a rebel now. And May tells him that she can't be like this forever. Her family would ache, especially her mom. All her hopes and dreams are pinned on me. And Miriam tells May she's changed and they're proud of her. The others pipe up saying that none of this would be happening without her, that she's the bomb. And May says, no, you the bomb. And Miriam says, we're all the bomb.
Yes.
They all jump for joy. And we hear an ad coming on the radio and that Four Town is coming to Toronto the 25th. May turns to Abby and says, I thought you said it would be the 18th. And Abby says, it is. He's wrong. And she scrambles to get the concert schedule out. And she says, look, Toronto, the 18th. Priya says, that says Toledo.
She walks away cursing in Mandarin and then saying, what the hell is Toledo?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Toledo. OH.
I-O.
Thank you.
So Miriam says, oh no, Fort Town is the same night as the ritual. May freaks out, turning into the panda. May says that she can't miss Fort Town. They work so hard. But the ritual, she's going to let everyone down. And while she freaks out, Tyler, being a dumbass, yells up to her, hey, panda girl. And May looks at him with bright red eyes. She's pissed. He said, what are you doing? We want more rides. And May says, buzz off, jerk face. I'm busy. And Tyler says, if you want your money, get your butt down here right now. And May says, forget your money and you. Her friends tell her that let's just go. And Tyler opens his fat mouth again and say, what about our deal? And May says, shove your deal. May and Tyler says, fine, get out of here. Go back to your psycho mom. Her friend
no.
your creepy temple, you freak. May does not take that. She runs off the roof, pinning him on the ground, saying, take that back. Don't talk about my family like that. And her friends and tell her that she's hurting him.
It's funny, angry May, even in regular May size and everything, I feel like she could kick Tyler's ass.
Yes.
So to be a gigantic panda and to be snarling and scratching him, my God, she didn't even need to transform.
I do think that she probably hurt him a little bit, but he was being a total dick, and so I think he deserved it.
Yeah.
Watch what you say.
Sure.
Yeah. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit.
Maybe, just maybe, you don't say shit like that when you know that the person you're talking to is a giant red panda.
True.
Yeah.
It can tear you apart if she wanted to.
Yeah. Give her
That's like talking shit
It's
about
not gonna happen because it's a PG film, but he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
He does.
Only May knows that she's in a film.
Yeah.
That May can break the fourth wall.
She can narrate. Film. Yeah, she can knock the title over. Yeah.
So, Ming arrives saying, May, stop. And Tyler starts crying, saying, I'm sorry, just get off me. We then see Ming apologizes to Tyler's parents. And then Ming goes over not to May, but to May's friends. She scolds them, saying, how could you use May like this? I knew you were trouble and a whole lot more. Miriam says she wanted to. And Ming says that she is a good girl. And Miriam says, does May tell her? But May won't. She's still too much under her mom's control, sadly. And this obviously angers her friends. But still, Miriam grabs Abs May's Tamagotchi before leaving, which on my first viewing of this, I did not notice her doing that but then on the second viewing, after I knew that it was something that's going that they pick up on later, I did notice it.
This is honestly one of the most heartbreaking moments. In the movie. She just throws her friends under the bus. I get that she has to be her mom's perfect little angel, but it's like I can't imagine myself, anyways. If my parent was, I'd be sticking up for my friends like crazy. But I get it.
Yeah,
get it. Didn't have to say
that. When I was in, I feel like I was in high school and probably a little bit of college. Honestly, my mom thought that it was like I was the perfect child who never did anything wrong, and my friends were making me make these choices that were like not to her liking. And I would tell my mom, be like, no, I am the problem child. It is me. And she would just like be like, no, you're perfect. You're like you're, but no, it was usually me. I am the reason I'm fucked up.
You're the band leader. You're the ringmaster of your friends. Yeah.
And my mom would be like, no, it's probably your friends. Like your friends are, no, it's me.
There is shit because I started this shit.
Yep. Sorry, Mom. I am the issue.
Remember, a buddy of mine had the idea to make a smoke bomb out of strike anywhere match heads and a tennis ball that was cut open. We played with fireworks a lot before that point, so he was trying to like up level up in some way, and he started doing that in my den in my house, and my dad found out, and he was just like, "You're not hanging out with him anymore."
Your dad?
I don't even like him that much anyway. It was like on the coffee table. He was like cutting the match heads off and putting them in the tennis ball. And it was like, I don't like this. I'm fine with the fireworks.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't doing that.
So,
I know.
May is sad as she drives home. And then we jump to the night of the concert, and the three friends buy their tickets, And then we see May's family all eating dinner as her grandma asks, "What is that?" And points to John coming from the Sky Dome. And the grandma says, 4 is the worst number, and hurry, it's almost time for the ritual.
You guys know why 4 is an unlucky number?
You go.
In Chinese culture?
I do, but I only knew this because my fiance told me, but you go.
Oh, it sounds very similar when you say 4, or if you say death in Mandarin, they sound very similar.
It's the same in Japanese. Apparently the word 4 in Japanese is the same sound. They're homonyms. And so it's an unlucky number in their culture as well. Yeah.
Well, shit, that's my lucky number.
Well, I think when they go, why are they called 4-town when there's 5 of them? They purely wrote it in to be like that's an unlucky. That's a horrible number. We don't like that. I like that a lot. Because there's no other reason to call them 4-town.
Yeah.
No, there's not.
That's funny.
They also talk about the color red being lucky, which is also a thing. It's very much customary to, like, red and gold are very lucky in Chinese culture. I enjoyed those touches.
Yeah.
And then the jade, like the fact that they had so much jade in this movie.
Yeah. Don't all the aunties have a different jade jewelry piece that has their panda hidden in it or something?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's, if it's not every single auntie, it's most of them, because I know one has a ring, one has a hair bow. And the mom has earrings that are jade.
There you
go. Mr. Gao asked May if she's nervous. May says, "There's a little." He responds, "Oh, well, I have 50 years experience. And this will be a piece of cake, mostly a painless." And May says, "Thanks, Mr. Gao. Wait, mostly?" And then the grandma makes a big speech about banishing the panda. And May goes to get ready. The dad stares at May as he notices that she's not excited as she's walking away. But then the grandma yells at him to clean off the table. I thought that was pretty funny. So the dad takes chairs down to the basement and finds the tape that May and her friends made earlier. It makes him laugh, and he knows what he needs to do. May has a flashback to what she did to Tyler, and then there's a knock on the door. It's her dad. He came to talk to her about the tape. And he asks, "Did you make this?" And May responds, "Here, I'll erase it." Her dad pulls back, saying, and May says, "What? We were just being stupid." He slumps to the ground, saying, "The panda's dangerous." And he responds, "Huh? You sound like your mother. What has she told you about her panda?" And May says she won't talk about it. Her dad says it was quite destructive and big. She almost took out half the temple. May asks, "You saw it?" Her dad says, "Only once." She and her grandma had a terrible fight. May asks, "Over what?" Her dad points at himself, saying, "Your grandma didn't approve of me. But you should have seen your mom. She was incredible." Which that's another Hulk reference. Even if it's not, I'm taking it as if it's so.
Of course.
Yes.
Turning green.
May says, "But I'm a monster." And her dad says, "People have all kinds of sides to them, May, and some sides are messy. The point isn't to push the bad stuff away. It's to make room for it, to live with it. Erase it if you want, but this side of you, it made me laugh. This conversation was honestly really beautiful between the two of them. May heads outside to find everyone in a circle, and Mr. Gao has a freaking sword.
Did anybody recognize Mr. Gao's voice, by the way?
I did recognize. I didn't know the name, but I recognized the voice.
Huge Asian American actor named James Hong, and he has been in Balls of Fury, Wayne's World 2, Seinfeld. He's in every. He is like the guy you get when you need an old Asian character. For many years, that's how he made his living. I'm pretty positive. Like, you just need like an uncle character for a Jackie Chan movie. That's the guy you get. And he's been in billions of things. Maybe not billions, but that's still he's awesome. I love James Hong. I didn't know, but by the time I saw this movie and checked the date on it and everything, I was like, I didn't know he was still alive. I hadn't heard him in anything in a while. But he's also in everything. What is it called? Everything Everywhere All at Once. He's in that too. So he's still he's been in 453 movies.
Dang,
it's crazy.
Wow,
IMDb. Just drove it. Yeah, it's really awesome.
I think that we just said everything, everywhere, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
I'm done. Oh my God.
Okay, so
the face, the expression on your face when you say stuff like that.
They start the ceremony, everyone singing from the heart, and May starts to float off the ground and is sent into the astral realm. May sees Sun Yi, and who creates a mirror for her to walk through, and to become her original self and lose the panda. May tries to push through it, but which is very painful. May turns back and sees how much pain and sadness the panda is in. And May remembers back to how much fun she had with the panda. And she joins back with the panda, creating an explosion. Her mom goes up to her saying, "It's okay, we can do it again." And May turns away saying, "I'm keeping it," shocking everyone except for her dad. May starts to run away, and everyone tries to stop her. May throws everyone off her and runs out. This starts breaking Ming's container, or that she has her panda in. May says that she's going to the concert. And Ming falls to the ground as everyone is getting mad at her, which finishes breaking the container, and Jin, the father, is the only one who tries to calm her, saying it's okay. And Ming shouts in her anger, "How could she do this to her own mother?" Releasing her panda. We then see May running to the concert, jumping across rooftops, and May jumps into the sky dome, landing right where her friends are. Miriam asks what she's doing here. May says she couldn't do it. The panda is a part of me, and you guys are too. And Miriam says, "You threw us under the bus." May says, "I know, and I'm sorry. I've been obsessed with my mom's approval my whole life. I couldn't take losing it. But losing you guys feels even worse." Miriam says, "Well, too bad, because you did." May hears the sound of her Tamagotchi, and Priya says that Miriam has been taking care of him 24/7. And then Abby says, "And singing him lullabies every night." Miriam covers their mouths, saying, No, I haven't." And it beeps again. And she gets it out of her pocket, saying, "Here, I found him at Tyler's. She hands May it. And May, I ask, "For Town forever?" Miriam responds, "For Town forever." The other two who join in as well. They see Tyler as they hug. Tyler tries to hide. May says, "You are a 4-townie?"
Instantly forgiven. They're best friends now.
Yep. Right. They all jump for joy and hug Tyler. Miriam says, your mother must have gone nuclear." May says, "Who cares? What's she gonna do? Ground me?" They all laugh. And in the distance, we see a gigantic red panda heading towards the Sky Dome.
We got a goddamn kaiju.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn. Monster time.
Can we be real for a second, though? 4-Town has some bops.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Okay, cool. Lit fire fam. Holy shit, I would be at this concert.
Right.
No cap.
No cap.
Risking my life.
On God.
Risking my life to watch this concert with a giant panda possibly crushing my bones.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
what a sight to see.
So
what a way to go. Yeah.
The concert starts and everyone gushes over 4-Town. 4-Town comes towards the audience with wings.
So cool.
May
fucking cool. I'm down.
May almost
Victoria's
get
Secret
to
models.
touch one of them.
Reminds me of a Philadelphia cream cheese commercial.
His hand, but is interrupted by a booming voice saying, "May, May!" And then everyone sees the giant panda breaking through the dome.
Hard to miss.
Yep.
Yep. That's the reason they had to rename it the Rogers Center.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's no longer the Sky Dome. That's a Canada joke. for just me.
I didn't get it, but I'm assuming it's hilarious.
I knew what you were talking about because I've done research for the film.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, when they said Sky Dome, I was like, isn't that gone? Oh, yeah. 2002. Mm-hmm. Keep forgetting.
Mm-hmm. So concert goers run out and May's family arrives. May's dad tells her, "We have to do the ritual again to save your mom." May asks, "What happened? She's huge." And the dad says, "I told you she's big." And May responds, "That big?"
Don't comment on other people's bodies.
Oh my God.
May grabs May. She tells May that she's in big trouble and that she's shutting this concert down right now. And she yells, "Where are your parents? Put some clothes on." I found that really hilarious.
This is 4-Town's like stuck up in the air, like hanging from rafters with their wings on. They're just pissing their pants, just like, what's going on? Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a dress code now?
She then shouts at May, "This isn't you." And May shouts back, "This is me." And May turns into her panda and bites her mother's hand, allowing her to jump down. And it's awesome to see May finally feel the strength to directly defy her mom.
Yeah.
It seems very Miss Marvel to me, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the mom in the first episode says, like, "This isn't you."
Mm-hmm.
Or it something to that effect. And
yeah.
So I was thinking of that here.
Yeah. So, and as May falls to the ground, her family runs to her, asking if she's hurt. May doesn't respond to them, but she shouts to her mom, "I'm not your little May anymore. I lied, Mom." And Ming says, "What?" May says, "It was my idea to hustle the panda, to go to Tyler's party. It was all me. I like boys. I like loud music. I like gyrating. I'm 13. Deal with it."
Gyrating.
I don't think I knew that word when I was 13, but
I've never heard that that word before this film.
I do think I like doing it.
Wait, what? Her mom saw gyrating. I would just call it twerking.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they didn't have that in 2002. That wasn't a word. Yeah.
So, Ming starts roaring, and then the grandma sends everyone to get in position for the ritual and tells May to keep her busy. And the grandma asks where Jin is, but Jin is already creating the ritual circle. Jin tells May to keep her in the circle. May runs around arguing with her mother, and her mother shouts, "How could you be so crass?" And May says, "Oh, that's nothing. You want to see crass?" And then May starts twerking. Her mother is very disgusted.
This was the part people had trouble with, or annoyed. They were one of the parts people were really annoyed with online, that were saying like, "It shouldn't be in a children's movie. She's shaking her butt," and I'm like,
"Oh my
she's
god,
a fuzzy panda.
It's
hilarious.
Panda.
Right?
It's hilarious. I'm sorry.
God,
the booty
If
shaking.
you don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah, don't watch it.
The people who are complaining online about this film honestly really pissed me off.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
There are also people who are saying that the film was sexualized because it mentioned periods. I'm like, you don't know how sex works if you think that that's sex actual.
Right.
Like, what the hell? You're absolutely an idiot if you think that that is sexual.
Okay, well, I do have a friend that I am not going to finish that sentence. Never mind. Never mind. Not going to finish that sentence. But
retract.
I was gonna go with something else different, and now it's gone. Cool.
Use your imagination to fill in
Yes.
the blank for that season.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. I had two thoughts at the same time. That was the issue. One of them won and should not be recorded ever.
The thing I thought of when she said that was a Megan Fox R. Kelly situation.
Oh,
they're
What?
into blood.
Oh,
what I
wow.
thought of when you said when you were mentioning that, of since it was in response to me saying how people don't understand how periods are not sexual.
I know what I'm googling.
You don't know about the situation with
Oh.
Go
Megan Fox
incognito.
and R. Kelly. Oh god.
Oh yeah, Cognito.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, no, I don't think I know that either. I was just talking about
they-
one of
From
my
a Machine
friends.
Gun Kelly?
Megan Fox,
yeah.
Fox, and I think R. Kelly's who she's with.
It's Machine.
Gun Kelly.
It's
Oh,
Machine
Gun
Kelly.
Kelly.
R. Kelly's the
Okay.
piss one. He's the piss
Machine
guy.
Gun Kelly. They
think
have
he's in jail.
they have a I think like they drank each other's blood.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, whatever. I mean,
Or they say they did. I don't know
vamp
that they
play. Whatever.
did.
No thanks.
Who hasn't had that kind of Halloween?
Oh, God. So
they were LARPing as Morbius.
Oh god.
It was Morbin time. And
oh dear God.
Love it. Love it.
You can get me off the podcast now if you want.
On the ground, her friends shout, "Destroy her with your big butt." Oh, it was hilarious. And then Jin tells everyone to start singing now. And they start singing with Ling, but it's not strong enough. So May's friends figure out a plan. Mm-hmm. We don't hear that plan, but we find out what it is later. So Ing is disgusted. In her disgust, she hits May with her tail, and May climbs up the tail, saying, "All I ever wanted was to go to a concert." And Ming shouts, "I never went to concerts." And this is another moment where Ming sounds a lot like my dad did.
Yeah.
And then she also says, "I put my family first. I tried to be a good daughter." And May gets right in her face and says, "Well, sorry, I'm not perfect. Sorry, I'm not good enough. And sorry, I'll never be like you." Which I really felt that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. May sends herself flying into her knocking her over and out. Mm-hmm. May then shouts, "Mom, Mom," as she thinks she's killed her mom here.
Very sad. Very sad.
Yeah. And on the ground, the family is recovering from the dust that flew at them when Ming fell. They see her on the ground and May running up to her to pull her into the circle. And May says, "I'm sorry. Wake up. Please, wake up." Which this reminded me of my dad's final days in the hospital last year. He couldn't wake fully, and even with all the shit he put me through, it was still so painful seeing him, knowing he'd never wake again. I wanted him to wake just so that I could know that he heard me as I had to talk to him. But those 2 days, but I had no way of knowing if he heard me. That was really painful 2 days, as you guys eyes saw it. I was on a watch party with you guys, and then all of a sudden I said, "Guys, I gotta leave." We got a call from the hospital saying that he might not make it through the night, and that was just so. It was a lot. You know, I part of me felt bad at the time because I was like, I made the mood go down on that watch party.
No.
But I was just I hoped the whole time that you guys were able to enjoy the film still, not just be sad the rest of the time because of me.
I'm glad you said what you said, because it made us absolutely know what you were going through in the days following, and to kind of touch base. Yeah. A lot of people don't speak up when something's going on like that. So
it was so hard going there that night and just trying to speak to him, tell him that people are there with him, but we had no way of knowing if he could tell what we're saying. It was just really hard. So back to the film, outside of my sadness, let's see.
Is the part where they start to all pull her into the circle?
The grandma breaks her container, unleashing her panda. She goes to help Mei Mei. The aunts follow suit, turning into their pandas and helping pull. And they all start singing as they pull. And then May hears her friends who are starting their plan that we heard about earlier. As they sing their special song with the help of Four Town, causing the portal to start to open, and May joins in singing with them, and then all the pandas start floating up to the astral realm, and May finds her mom as a teenager with red hair, crying. She tells May, "I'm sorry, it's all my fault." May asks what happened. Ming says, "I hurt her." And May asks, "Who?" Ming says, "My mom. I got so angry and lost control. I'm just so sick of being perfect. I'll never be good enough for her or anyone." And May puts her hand on her and says, "I know it feels that way, like all the time, but it isn't true." She grabs her mom's hand and tells her to come on with her, and May walks her mom to the mirror, her mom aging to an adult as they walk. The aunts all try to hurry them, but the grandma says the grandma needs to hug Ming first, and Ming says, "I'm sorry." Her mom says, "Shh, you don't have to apologize. I'm your mother." She turns to May and says, "May Sun Yi guide you and keep you safe." The grandma tells all the aunts, one at a time, quickly. They all line up to the mirror. One of them says, "That's it? May is keeping the panda?" And another says, "It's her life. Now move." And the grandma and the aunts head through. May tells her mom to go ahead. It's okay. As her mom walks through, and May looks back at her mom's panda, smiling at it, and Ming makes one last ditch attempt to get May to go through, but May says, "I'm changing, Mom. I'm finally figuring out who I am, but I'm scared it will take me away from you."
Oh.
Ming says, "Me too. I see you, May. You tried to make everyone happy, but you're so hard on yourself. And if I taught you that, I'm sorry. So don't hold back for anyone. The further you go, the prouder I'll be." They put their hands together as the mirror disappears. And Sun Yi appears behind May. May asks, "I'm not gonna regret this, am I?" Sun Yi doesn't say anything, but flies into May, and not hugging her while turning into their pandas. They fly into the sky and see the moon. The screen goes to white, and then we see back in our realm. May narrates, "I'm Maylin Lee, and ever since I turned 13, life's been a lot. People still talk about Pandapocalypse 2002. Mom and I just call it growing pains." We find out that Ming has put her panda into a Tamagotchi, and that the grandma is in a 4 pendant.
Yes, yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Such an unlucky number.
She's like so unlucky.
They give people tours of the temple, now with an actual red panda, not just the mascot suit. Ming has her own fun board. She has to rebuild the Sky Dome, which is a lot more than $800.
Yes.
Just a little bit more than what May had to do.
I mean, like maybe let's look at how much we spend on freaking sports centers, because like that's stupid.
Yeah.
And how long they last.
Yes.
You never know when
like Olympic ones.
Panda's gonna come.
Yes.
Sorry. Tangent.
I know, but you're right though.
Yes,
you never know when a giant panda is gonna come through and
right.
fucking destroy your shit.
You never know.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in sixth or seventh. No, I was in fifth grade. In fifth grade, I went to like the quote unquote new Braves stadium that they had just built, and it's already torn down and replaced. When I was in sixth grade, when I was 11 or 12.
But still though.
Yeah.
Why? That's dumb.
Sports
I
ball.
agree. I agree.
Sports ball.
It's more profitable than to have a place than to not have a place.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Well, yeah, but like they had a place.
Damn
Yeah.
Sports.
That was brand new when I was in fifth grade. We went to it for my fifth grade field trip because, you know, sports ball is life.
It's like
But like it currently is not, it's not there anymore. Like they tore it down and built a new one.
They built them like Dollar Generals.
Yeah. Like why though?
Right.
Probably because they know that they're gonna get a lot of people coming in and for the first time opening it.
Yeah, but it's baseball. Like nobody gives a fucking flying fuck.
And that's so wasteful.
Tell that to
like...
Brandon.
Baseball.
I know, I'm really sorry.
I hear the hot dogs are great. That's what I keep hearing about baseball.
True.
May's friends come and ask May if she's ready to get her karaoke on. And May says totally, and turns into a part human, part art panda form to show her being happy with both sides.
Nice.
Ming invites May's friends to dinner when they get back to act. Which this shows that now she's more accepting of May's friends finally. May narrates, and yeah, sometimes I miss how things were, but nothing stays the same forever. We've all got an inner beast. We've all got a messy, loud, weird part of ourselves hidden away. And a lot of us never let it out. But I did. How about you? And then for a post-credit scene, we see a May's dad dancing to Fort Town.
I didn't see that part.
You probably did.
I missed that too.
Stay on. I totally the post-credit scene.
Dang.
Why didn't I do that? That was dumb of me.
Same.
So,
I didn't expect...
you're gonna say something?
No, I didn't expect there to be an end credit scene. Dang.
Yeah.
So I love this film. Like I don't think I really have any big complaints. It feels more real than most Disney films. I think after watching this film 3 times now for this review, I am officially a Fortani. I love all the songs. So I have a few things here, but some other ways that I related to the film that I waited till now to write down. Till the end of the film to write down. But before I get into those, I want to hear you guys' final thoughts on the film. So starting with Keith, what are your thoughts on the film as a whole?
I think the film as a whole is fantastic. It has a really fun message, a really new and innovative, like original version of a story like this, a kind of a coming of age story, and from the female perspective that we don't get as very, very often, at least not fleshed out in such a fun way in previous cinema. So this movie, and my favorite thing that I didn't get to touch on too much too is the way that they manifest the ritual and how it looks with the reflection and how the panda and the human pass by each other and go through the reflective water. I love how that looked. It looked so cool.
Definitely.
The comedy is on point. The subject matter is on point. I hate anybody who has a complaint about it being sexualizing or like, you're teaching. One other thing I saw was teaching kids to disrespect their parents. I was like, that is not what happened in this movie. You were watching a totally different movie. Maybe you're a helicopter parent, and maybe that's why you're much revealing to you. But no, I love this movie. Absolutely, 10 out of 10.
All right, Jordan, your thoughts on the film as a whole?
Not many thoughts because I love the film. I agree with everything Keith said. And if you don't, if a parent has an issue with this film, maybe you should take a look in the mirror. Maybe you don't want your kid to have his or her own thoughts. Maybe you have a red panda you need to release. So yeah, 10 out of 10 pandas, red pandas.
All right, Emmy, your thoughts on it as a whole?
I completely agree with everything that Keith and Jordan just said. It's a film that I don't think that I've actually thought about like my journey with like my body. Like, and I don't know that I've actually really thought about it until this review. And going back and thinking about it, like, I am glad that this movie was made. I'm glad that this movie hopefully maybe is starting conversations. It's probably not starting a whole lot of conversations, but like maybe it's starting some, and that would be helpful.
I bet it's starting a lot of really positive ones. We only hear about the controversial ones. We only hear about the ones that are juicy online, and yet there's probably a ton that aren't getting made into videos, that they're just having normal family conversations.
I'm glad I was able to allow you to tell your story, Emmy, of your experiences with these things.
My period. Her name is Karen. She sucks. Sorry.
She's not. Her name isn't Tyler.
Oh God.
He sucks as well to the
end. He's a Fort Townie though.
So
she's like, wait, Tyler?
I was in the real world, not in the movie. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
So
oh my God.
A few things I have here that are ways I relate to this film. So one, they mentioned in trying to make everyone else happy while being too hard on yourself, which is saying, I know I do. And I've had multiple people tell me that I do too much, including Keith in some private mental health chats I've had with him. And my therapist has too. I have a lot of trouble not being hard on myself because my father broke me down so much, and I was not strong enough to let it not let it affect my self-esteem. And two, we all have an inner loud, weird, hidden beast hidden away.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm only now starting to let that out, and I'm really happy that I am, because I kept myself so bottled up growing up, and just for so long I felt so bottled up. And then the third other thing, at the beginning of the film, it's very obvious that May is scared of her sexuality, and it's like people finding out that she likes boys. This is something I've never told anyone in my life, but I was scared of people finding out that I was attracted to girls because of how controlling my household was. So scared that I caused myself to freak out whenever my brothers teased me, saying, no, girls are not hot. I'm trying to act like I had no attraction. like May does with was us with Devin when her friends ogle him through the window. And I know that's something most children go through, but I caused myself to still be like that into my late teens, and it's something that I'm still a bit insecure about today. It, after I watched the film last week for the first time, I was emotional and crying for over an hour after I finished watching, because this is something I've never told anyone before, and I didn't know whether I'm ready to reveal something that bottled up publicly on here. And I still haven't decided whether I'm going to keep this or edit this out. So if you're hearing this, I had the strength to put this out into the world.
Well, I hope you do.
So.
I hope you keep it in.
I hope you do too. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that something that I definitely had struggled with, of like, because of being in such a controlling household, I acted like I was not I didn't have any attraction, and I caused myself to freak out whenever anything like that was mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it wasn't mentioned to me, if I heard anyone mention anything like that, I'd freak out.
Yeah.
And I wish I was not like that. I wish I could have been like the normal kid who was able to see was able to get past that ad once they turned like 10 or something, but sadly I was not.
It's interesting because you don't hear that story very often, that idea of, okay, families teasing or making you ashamed of the fact that you're going just having feelings, period, for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens, and it's the bigger the family and the more people piling on top of you in that way, my God, it's peer pressure in the worst possible directions, and it's so strange. And to normalize it instead would have been so much healthier, right?
Yeah.
I my heart goes out to you, man. I think you should absolutely keep it in, because it's that's a very I feel it's a rarely talked about thing, but it's true, and it's happening to people. So for sure, you're not the only one. I know that. Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to try and talk to you, Keith, about before we did this review, because it's something that I was not sure whether I want to keep I want to tell the public about, but you convinced me to say it on here because I'm talking with friends. So so if I can still decide later whether I want to keep it in or not.
Fair. Smart.
Well, it's even something like babies. You're like, oh well, he's gonna be a little heartbreaker or whatever, and like, oh, he's gonna have so many girlfriends.
Yeah,
I hate that. I hate when people say that.
Just
cringe.
Absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. Yeah. Like, why are we?
You don't even want to say it. Yeah.
I don't want to say it. No, I don't want to say it out loud because it's weird.
Yeah. Why are we throwing this this baby into its future with its romantic entanglements? Like, leave it alone. This baby is a baby.
Yeah.
Be that for now. Like, live in the moment, damn it.
Not even sexual mature. Like, come on.
Yeah. The sexual nothing, like, it's a baby,
right? Yeah,
that thing's gonna poop, fart, and shit.
Can
all
it
its
walk?
Life.
No. Yes. Let it do that first.
True.
Cheers.
So I have some trivia from the episode from IMDb, like I always have. So
nice.
The family's nickname for Maylin, May, is Mandarin for little sister.
Oh, I was gonna answer.
She's gonna guess.
Damn it.
John, this isn't Smash John trivia. This is the gamma analysis. You gotta find.
Sorry.
The temple was inspired by the Bok Koi or Bok Kai, I think. Temple, a historic landmark in Marysville, California, that was built by the local Chinese community in 1880, and a special thanks is made to it in the credits. Ming was originally planned to have been incredibly happy that May turned into a red panda due to it being a good luck charm for the temple, and would have planned to monetize May's red panda arm for profit. This direction for Ming was scrapped due to the director Dami Shi feeling that it made her too much of a one-note villain. At the school, in the hallway on the day that May starts transforming, the boy who May fawns over is wearing a sweater from the rock band Escapula, which is a band from Coco from 2017.
Oh wow!
The a lunar eclipse actually occurred on May 26, 2002, one day after the events of this film's climax. However, cool. It was not easily visible from the Toronto area. The film's
fuck you, Canada.
Yeah, apparently.
The film's technical supervisor, Susan Fisher Fong, is a type 1 diabetic, and in accordance with Disney's initiative for real-life representation, there are two characters in the film that are wearing diabetes technology in the form of a continuous glucose monitor, which allows diabetics to monitor their glucose levels in real time instead of taking random samples at certain times.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
what a detail. Cool.
When May is first introduced walking down the street, the view zooms in on her flute case, and one can see various references as evidence that this movie takes place in the early 2000s, such as stickers about Y2K AOK and saving the whales, which there was a serious environmental crisis in the early 2000s.
It still is.
Yeah.
Like, let's still save the whales.
Right.
Pete Docter, the executive producer, basically described May's situation in the movie as the Hulk, but cuter when and presenting it at the D23 presentation 2021. Although this is Dami, she's a feature-length directorial debut, she's already an Oscar-winning director from her work on Bayo, a short film that came out on Disney Plus came out in 2018. This is the first Pixar film where an on-screen character breaks the fourth wall to narrate. There is a clownfish sticker on one of the bathroom stalls at May's school, referencing Finding Nemo.
That's awesome.
The bunny from Disney's Spark Shorts Burrow from 2020 appears on Maitland's notebook. The vampire romance novel that's carried around by Priya is a parody of Twilight, as you guys have mentioned. And Sandra O's this is Sandra O's fourth Disney film after Raya and the Last Dragon, Mulan 2, and The Princess Diaries. This is the second Pixar film ever to be directed by a woman. This is Pixar's
catching up. Gotta catch up there,
yeah.
Pixar. Holy shit.
Yeah. What that second?
Yep.
Oh, fuck you.
Sorry. This is Pixar's 25th feature film.
Okay, well, the second directed by a woman.
I know.
Right.
The math doesn't work there.
It don't.
Yeah.
It don't.
Bitch.
Behind.
The movie was inspired by both the Studio Ghibli film My Neighbor Totoro, about a giant fluffy animal loved by kids, and the Disney animated film A Goofy Movie about growing up a relationship between a parent and a child going to a concert and having a life of their very own.
I've not seen Goofy Movie in so long. Damn, that was a fun movie.
A sign with Disney's Bayo logo can be seen when May is traveling through Toronto. The name of the boy band for town is similar to the name of a real life boy band that was active around at the time the film takes place. O-Town, yes, us
making the band.
This is the first Disney film to be released on March 11th since the mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which was 45 years prior. Following the film's climax, a blue jay is seen perched on a fence in the foreground near the destroyed Sky Dome. This is a reference to the Sky Dome, which is now known as the Rogers Center, being the home stadium for the Toronto Blue Jays, an MLB a team that has played in the same city the film takes place in since 1977. Yes, the white outfits that the Four Town wears at the concert echoes O's Backstreet Boys look on the cover of their Millennium album. Also, their appearing on stage in bird cages is reminiscent of NSYNC's No Strings Attached album, where they are also controlled not as birds, but as marionettes. Malin's mother, grandmother, and all the aunts, as you mentioned, they all wear green clothing or jade clothing. And this is actually because green is opposite to red on the color wheel. Showing their opposition to the red panda within. Malin, however, wears mostly red clothing. James Hong, who plays the shaman in this movie, but obviously features red pandas. He previously played Poe's father in the Kung Fu Panda movies.
Yes. Oh wow! Right, the goose.
That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that one.
Same.
May says, "Besties, assemble," just like Captain America's line of "Avengers, assemble." Nice. And Red Panda Ming's entrance is much like that of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in Ghostbusters.
Yeah. It definitely felt like it. Yep.
All right. So the trivia question from earlier, you got it correct, Emmy. It was Bart and Lisa.
Yeah.
What do you got for her, Johnny? What does she win?
I win $700, right?
Clippers.
Yay! Nail clipper.
My God.
Use nail clipper.
Those look industrial size. What the fuck? Show those again. Were those not pliers? Do you pull them right out? You're like, I don't want to clip them.
Please don't send those to me. I feel a pat on the back. Yep, that helped. Thank you.
You could also have this mini a Chewbacca.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's so mini.
It.
All right. So, is there anything you guys want to say before I end off this episode?
This was a great little departure from Hulk. I see the similarities. I loved talking about it. I don't know when the heck I would record a podcast about this movie any other way. So I'm very glad that you brought this one to me, as well as these two fantastic people. Yeah.
Fucking ditto, honestly. And I love the idea that people have all sides and some of the sides are messy and you just fucking show your messy sides.
Yes.
Like, you never know.
I feel like if I hadn't asked you guys to do this would have been a film that would have really fit you two's summer break episodes on the Abingers.
There's always 2023. Every year's got a summer.
Every year's got a summer.
This film, do you think it would fit that the kind of films that you guys were reviewing for that? I think, right?
I think so. I mean, it's definitely got the vibes.
It's got the vibes, yeah. I don't know. I was in my head. I was like, yeah, no, mermaid means summer break.
And I was like, oh, a movie where people go on a summer break means summer break.
Keith definitely understood it better than I did.
I understood the assignment.
I just wanted to review the 13th year.
And
I really did think it was hilarious how when the picture for that the way back episode was put out on Twitter. Like, I immediately was able to tell that it was a photoshopped version of a poster from Grown Ups.
I had a lot of fun erasing David Spade. I'll be honest with you. I wished I'd been able to do it sooner. Jordan, what are your final thoughts on this?
I love this movie, and I'm glad that I could. Well, thank you for inviting me on.
Thank you for coming.
And I agree with everything that everyone said. Yeah, Turning Red is that bitch. Also, Poor Town is Daddy.
Yes. I agree with everything Jordan said.
I agree with everything that Emmy said she agreed about what Jordan said.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
I'm sleepy. I'm sorry.
Thank you all for coming on, and thank you everyone for listening to this this episode. And if you like this gamma analysis, please give a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or give a 5-star rating on Spotify. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the episode, so please let me know. And if you'd like to listen to more from me, please subscribe. Many more gamma analyses from me coming, so keep on the lookout. This again is your host, Smash Trivia John, signing off.